and welcome. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. I am Nanatufo Boateng. As always, it is an absolute pleasure to come your way with the best breakfast on television. I don't do this alone. Of course, Philip and Chris will be joining later, and they will be coming into your communities. But I'm going to be taking you through the news review segment where we get our guests in studio. We'll pick some topical issues dominating the media space. We have relevant conversations on these topics, and we are always excited to extend an invitation to you to join us with your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. You have several options to do this, okay? Join us via WhatsApp. Send us a text via WhatsApp. The number is on your screens. Or you can join us on YouTube or Facebook, where we're streaming live. Drop a comment there. But please don't forget to follow, to subscribe, to like, to share, and to engage our content. Do same for us on Instagram as well as on X. And you can also enjoy some exclusive videos from Channel One TV on TikTok. Once again, you're welcome to the show that promises you insights, entertainment, information, as well as education. Now, let's inform you, for those who do not know, but for those who do know, let's remind you that we're still in the month of June, and it is the City Business Month, and so we're bringing you the City Business Festival, CBF. Throughout the entire month of June, we'll be having conversations around topical issues within the business sector, issues regarding the economy, investment, banking, savings and loans, agro-processing, the agri value chain, just name it. We're bringing you even conversations around utilities and the cost of doing business. Today's edition of our on-air series, we'll be looking at utilities and the cost of doing business. So please do make a date, 9 a.m. on radio, 97.3 City FM, and right here on TV, Channel One TV, at 11 a.m. Our resource person for today is Kobna Eric Nyante. He's an executive member of the Association of Ghana Industries, and he speaks on energy. All right, so please do make a date. Kobna Eric Nyante of the Association of Ghana Industries, if like energy desk, will be here, and he will be giving us some insights into utilities and the cost of doing business in this country. So as a startup, as a relatively stable business, as a large-scale producer, you should be interested in this conversation. So kindly join us for this insightful on-air conversation on utilities and the cost of doing business. It will be live on radio 97.3 City FM and live on TV, Channel One TV at 11 a.m. The City Business Festival is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel One Television in partnership with Absa Bank, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa, MTN, Zonda Tech Ghana, Petra Trust. So I want to say thank you to Absa, thank you to MTN, thank you to Zonda, and thank you to Petra. We are grateful to these organizations for their sponsorship of the 2026 edition of the City Business Festival. Be on the lookout for the on-air series as well as our outdoor activities. Now, as part of the festival, we'll be bringing you a roundtable conversation, and you should be on the lookout for that as well. It will be happening right here on Channel One Television, so please be on the lookout for that as well, right here on Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM. So once again, we want to say thank you to Absa, thank you to MTN, thank you to Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, and thank you to Petra Trust for sponsoring us to bring you the City Business Festival. All right, let's move on to The Blanksons. The Blanksons is a family drama series that airs here on Channel One Television. We've been bringing you episode after episode every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. And we'd like for you to join us tomorrow for episode 11. So if you've not noticed, for 11 weeks now, we've been bringing you episode after episode of The Blangsons, this wonderful family drama series. And for those who have familiarized yourself with it, of course, you will know Mr. Blankson, you will know his wife, you will know the son, and you will know the daughter, Opebia. Okay. The 11th episode will most likely center on Opebia, the daughter of the Blangsons. And guess what? This time she intends to go on a date, a simple date. But of course, as a father, a father of a daughter, definitely your protective instincts will kick in. Every man that you see come close to your daughter will appear as a threat. So in this episode, Mr. Blankson will declare himself unofficial bodyguard. And he will be interrogating Opebia's supposed dates. Oh Lord, the man will turn into James Bond, 007, doing investigations. So you just want to watch this episode. You don't want to miss out on it. Catch the Blangsons tomorrow, Thursday, at 7:30 p.m. right here on Channel 1 Television. But don't worry, if you're not within reach of your television and you are unable to watch tomorrow at 7:30 p.m., you can always catch the repeats on Fridays at 11:30 a.m., Saturdays 7 p.m., Sundays 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays 3 p.m., and Wednesdays 5:30 p.m. So every day of the week, we bring you the Blangsons. First airing of a new episode is on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. And then throughout the week, except on Mondays, we repeat this particular episode. So it's time to enjoy episode 11 of The Blangsons, which is a Channel 1 TV original, a Channel 1 TV production, airing only on Channel 1 TV every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Let's say thank you to Nasco Electronics, thank you to Lizzie Shito, thank you to Out Multi-Purpose Insecticide Spray, and thank you to Everpack. A big thank you to Lily as well. I want to say thank you to all these organizations, Lily, Everpack, Out Multi-Purpose Spray. I want to say thank you to Lizzie Shito and thank you to Nasco Electronics, all of whom have held us down 11 weeks and counting to bring you episode after episode, back to back, every week of The Blangsons right here on Channel 1 TV. All right. Now, that's not the only thing happening on Channel 1 TV. You know, the World Cup kicks off tomorrow. And as part of our World Cup programming, we have a wonderful show called Community Kickoff. Community Kickoff is that show that comes into your community basically to unearth talent, to harness talent. And so those of us who are playing four corners in the community, or those of us who are jumping on the AstroTurf to exhibit our skills and our talent in football, this is the one show that puts the spotlight on you. Yesterday, that's Tuesday at 5:30 p.m., the very first episode aired, and guess where it was shot from? Bukum. Marmley, you understand? The Jamestown there, you understand? And you should see the talent, the raw talent in these areas. Listen, if you're a football scout, this is the show for you. If you're a football scout out there, this is the show for you. Watch Community Kickoff on Channel 1 TV every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. and you get to see the amazing footballing talent we have in this country. We'll be moving from community to community, and so you should be on the lookout. Channel 1 TV crew might just pop up in your community, and that will be the opportunity for you to also showcase your talent, your skills to the rest of the world. You never know who is watching, and so please, when you see the cameras, oh yeah, put up your best, and let's demonstrate the skills we have back home to the rest of the world. So tune in every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. for Community Kickoff as we showcase grassroots football. Those of us who played coast, I used to play Young Kotoko, and I did training 6-7 months. Charlie, I gave up the dream. I did training every single day religiously. Go for training after school. You walk to Odinku from Committee 6 to Committee 1. You walk, go and do training. You come back tired. then you come back late as well, they'll lash you. Charlie, 7 months, back to back, oh, not a single game. Notice that, Charlie, the football thing is not for everybody. You understand? But we have amazing talents who are actually enjoying their grassroots football. And so we're throwing the spotlight on them on Community Kickoff right here on Channel 1 Television every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. So do make a date. And please, if you have the talents, don't be like me. Don't give up. All right? Charlie, some of the coaches, mafia coaches, Charlie, if you watch the size of your ears and say, no, this boy, Charlie, some way. But that's not all regarding the World Cup. You know, it's just one day to go. The kickoff is tomorrow. And do you even know which of the 3 countries will host the very first game? Find out on World Cup Central right here on Channel 1 Television, 3 p.m. every Friday on Channel 1 TV. World Cup Central with your host, Gabby Ofair, will bring you all the information that you need to know regarding the World Cup. So how many teams are going to the World Cup? 48. How many games will be played? Do you know that? Which stadia or which stadium will be hosting which game? Do you know that on the 23rd of June, Ghana will be playing England at the Gillette Stadium in Boston in the US of A? Do you know that even our first game is against Panama in Canada? Do you have all those details? Join us on World Cup Central. We'll bring you the details. And I heard the sports minister go and say some things at some church because our final group stage game against Croatia will be in Philadelphia. So let's leave it there. Let's wish the lads well. We understand our jersey has been voted, you know, the Kwekwanansi jersey, has been voted as the most beautiful jersey. Have you seen the Kwekwanansi jersey? But again, we're hearing that, Charlie, throughout the group stages, we'll be wearing the yellow. I don't know why we're not wearing the white for victory. Or you say it's a myth, and we shouldn't be superstitious. We should go and do the work and not go and believe in myths and think that it's only Ghana that God resides. Now, the other countries, they don't pray. Go and play the ball. Me, I wasn't good in maths, so I'm not ready to do any mathematics when you go and shine. So, yeah, we wish them well, and we hope that you join us every Friday at 3 p.m. You see the Kwekwanansi jersey? Yeah. That's what Jude is wearing, the Kwekwanansi jersey. Charlie, they say it's the best jersey, the best looking jersey. You understand? Yeah, we like it. All right, people, join us every Friday, 3 p.m., Channel 1 TV for World Cup Central with your host, Gabby Ofair, and he will have Jude Duncan in the corner bringing you the stats, the data. So you don't only watch the games, you enjoy the games, but you understand the games as well. Go onto the Google Play Store now, and let's do this together. Go onto the Google Play Store. I hope you are there. Type in Channel 1 News app in the search column. Have you seen the app popping up on your screen? Download and install it. Channel 1 News, simple. Download, install, and that's it. You have access to all the news from your showbiz, entertainment, lifestyle, culture, nightlife, food, travel, business, sports, current affairs, politics. Everything is there. So download the Channel 1 News app from the Google Play Store and you have access to the news. It's quite easy to navigate. The interface is super friendly, simple. You shouldn't have any challenges at all. All right, so download the Channel 1 News app from the Google Play Store. Let's get into the newspapers. The Ghanaian Times is where I'm starting from. And listen, over 4,000 drivers denied licenses after mandatory eye test last year. This is according to the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA. Over 4,000 drivers denied licenses after mandatory eye test last year. Hey, are we saying that the people they can't see and they are driving us? Over 4,000 of them. Hey, this is serious. And we need to interrogate it. If over 4,000 drivers were denied licenses after mandatory eye test, so after denying them the license, what have we done? Because the tendency for them to go back to driving even without their license is very high. We need to be careful. Anyways, let's look at other stories. Government offers tax incentives for factories outside Accra. Ex-Maslock CEO extradited to serve 10-year jail term. Sedina Ationu is back home. And if you have contacts in someone, check and see if she's there. Push to end deaths on inland waters. GMA, that's the Ghana Maritime Authority, distributes 20,000 life jackets and deploys 200 guards. Push to end deaths on inland waters. GMA distributes 20,000 life jackets, deploys 200 guards. Let's take a look at the back page. Kokma targets investors with new business forum. That's the Korle Klottey Municipal Assembly targets investors with new business forum. Waste management needs sustainable financing. That's according to experts. Waste management needs sustainable financing. That's according to experts. And it's captured on the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. So go grab a copy and you get the details there. Let me take you now to the Chronicle. Kwakye Ofosu's subtle expose. Government plots Ofori-Attah's extradition. AG to meet U.S. counterpart soon. Kwakye Ofosu's subtle expose. Government plots Ofori-Attah's extradition. AG to meet U.S. counterpart soon. You see, when we do this, we like to do comparison and equalizations and everything. Ms. Sedina Tamaklo was convicted. Okay? So let's not make it look like Ofori-Attah has been convicted by any trial judge and has run away, although he needs to account for his stewardship. But when we publish the things like this, it looks like he's also been convicted and is hiding away. Maybe there will be a trial in absentia. So we'll see how that goes. And that trial could also go either way. So yeah. All right, Kwakye Ofosu subtle expose. Government plots Ofori-Attah's extradition. AG to meet U.S. counterpart soon. NPP's comeback will be deliberate, not accidental. That's according to Gordon Asari Bediakon. I think he's a communications director aspirant for the NPP. After grueling legal processes, Sedinam Atuonu finally extradited to Ghana. Our scripture for today is from the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12. He frustrates the plotting of the shrewd so that their hands cannot attain success. He frustrates the plotting of the shrewd so that their hands cannot attain success. Job 5:12. May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his word. Let's go to Daily Guide. Daily Guide newspaper. U.S. extradites ex-Maslock boss to serve 10-year jail term. So that's Madame Sedina Christine Tamaklo Atuonu. Charles Bisu case. Court rejects portions of OSP key witness testimony. Rambo teacher caged for assaulting female student. Minority condemns arrest of NPP members. Afarinik distributes 400,000 free cocoa seedlings to Volta region farmers. So that's on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. Let's go to the News Center. Elvis Darko's The News Center. After Sedina, Ofori-Attah. Dr. Ayene heads to Washington for a deal to exchange him for Ghanaians wanted by USA. Interesting. So you know the FBI is, if you like, running some investigations in Ghana. So maybe we'll do an exchange. After Sedina Ofori-Attah, Dr. Ayene heads to Washington for a deal to exchange him for Ghanaians wanted by USA. Public Leadership, Ethics, Accountability, and Ministers Awards. Okay. Wishes and dreams will not move AI forward in Africa. JHS graduate and another drowned in Twifo Etimokwa rivers. Supreme Court asked to stop DACF transfers to MPs. Okay. Well, that's on the front page of the News Center newspaper. Let's go to the new publisher. Gomoa West showdown. I will contest. I've told the MP and he's shaking in fear. Captain Smart's NDC membership card pops up. Gomoa West showdown. I will contest. I've told the MP and he's shaking in fear. Captain Smart's NDC membership card pops up. Male teacher arrested for assaulting SHS girl. Police and prisons welcome runaway Sedina Tamaklo. Will you be the next to die? That's the question. And it goes on to say the rains are here. So from the new publisher, let's go to the Ghanaian publisher. Ghanaian publisher says IEAG hails ICOM's impact on port operations. Edubuahin trial, court allows key email evidence. Citizen moves to block DACF payments to MPs. NDC 2028 race, Pratt questions credentials of hopefuls. Mama Pat calls for strong action to end obstetric fistula. So that's the Ghanaian publisher. Let's go to the Custodian now. Custodian newspaper. Audu Mahamas, the Custodian newspaper. What is presidential about them? Kwesi Pratt questions credentials of NDC aspirants. Lands Minister launches small-scale mining scheme. World Cup 2026 kicks off tomorrow. Waste managers urge sustainable funding for Accra sanitation. Anodompre donates 208,745 cedis for Nsawam Hospital OPD expansion. And declare DACF payments to MPs illegal. Kenyan citizen to Supreme Court. Let me bring you the Herald. Larry Dogwe's the Herald newspaper. Ex-Maslock boss's lawyers review Godfred Dame and trial judge knew her serious illness. Medical reports were before court ahead of US trip. Dead suspect, missing phone, damaged CCTV, spark questions to IGP in Queen Mother's murder at Atebu. Ghana losing over 1 billion cedis annually to illegal gambling. NLA chief warns, advocates stronger law and technology. Mahama cracks down on buildings in waterways after Accra floods. NPA targets 50% LPG access by 2030 as safety campaign intensifies. So that's the Herald. Let's go to the Inquisitor. Detractors shamed. KGL shocks NLA. Pays 173 million cedis as compared to 44.9 million cedis by 29 operators. Sedina in Ghana to serve jail term. We were too quick to judge KGL NLA deal. That's an editorial in the paper. NPA commemorates World LPG Day 2026. Okay, so that's the Inquisitor. Let's go to the Informer. Informer also has the former Maslock boss. Story says, was Maslock boss sneaked out of Accra airport? Good question, because we were there. We didn't see where she passed. So, and if she was sneaked out, will she go to Nsawam to serve the jail term? Or can we speculate? Anyways, we'll follow and find out. Mahama sets criteria for performance, warns appointees against sponsoring awards. Baumia unveils cocoa rescue policy as farmers demand lasting solutions. Accra waste crisis, stakeholders demand sustainable funding shift. NLA boss rallies global action against illegal gambling. So that's the Informer newspaper. Let's go online real quick. Let's go to channel1newsonline.com. Channel1newsonline.com. What are we leading with? Indiscipline goes both ways. Nimoy Thompson blames citizens and assemblies for flooding. Indiscipline goes both ways. Nimoy Thompson blames citizens, assemblies for flooding. I agree 100%. Presidency reports 233 political appointees, 808 total staff. Better late than never. Chiayabua on Sedina Tamaklo at Tionu's extradition. Afenyo Markin calls for bipartisan defense of free speech. There's a video on channel1newsonline.com and it's titled, What Do You Mean? Mind Your Language. Titles Glover tells Bebu. GSC regains global recognition. That's according to Mahama, the president. Sedina's early release not worth the political backlash. Martin Kwebu warns. Government probes school feeding complaints at Boaduyili Primary School. Health Minister Kwamna Minta Kando says 16,000 health workers to be recruited by end of 2026. Konfanochi Teaching Hospital doctors suspend strike after Asantehene's intervention. Assault on Yinehi Catholic SHS student unacceptable as the National Council for Parent and Teachers Association, NCPTA. Transport Ministry commissions first batch of 200 water safety guards. Court slaps man with 1,200 Ghana cedis fine, orders 5,000 cedis compensation for assaulting Tema midwife. You get details of these stories on channel1newsonline.com, a few ones on citynewsroom.com. Also has the Jubilee staff story. Mahama reveals list of 808 staff at Jubilee House. You get the full breakdown on citynewsroom.com. Free speech is guaranteed, but be responsible. That's according to Samuel Nate George. Minority accuses government of secret World Cup travel slots for NDC loyalists. Stop chasing awards. Prioritize flood solutions. That's according to Nimoy Thompson. Demystifying long-term planning, key to Ghana's development. Again, Nimoy Thompson speaking. He was on the face-to-face program with Umaru Sanda Madu last night. Akando says 16,000 health workers to be recruited in 2026. Flood report directive, a waste of energy. Titus Glover slams Mahama. GSC regains global recognition after strong 2025 performance. Titus Glover again says Sedina Tamaklo Ationu unlikely to serve full 10-year jail term. Now see your real size. Martin Kwebu fires at Titus Glover. And there's a video of that on Channel 1 News, citynewsroom.com. So please go there. You get details of these stories and several others. You can also visit channel1newsonline.com. But stay with us here. This is Breakfast Daily. We'll return shortly with a news review segment.
June is for business here at City FM and Channel 1 TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the City Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the City Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. This June, let's challenge businesses. Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205-973-973 for further details. City Business Festival 2026, driving ideas into impact. The City Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
From Accra to Buenos Aires, from Lagos to London, the world is locking in for the greatest football spectacle on earth, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But before the first whistle cuts through the noise, there's a deeper rhythm to the game. Every badge carries history, every player brings a story, every number means something. Welcome to World Cup Central, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of World Cup Central right on Channel 1 TV.
Your home of football intelligence with African energy and global perspective. We're taking you beyond the highlights, from powerful eye-opening stats to sharp breakdowns of every qualified nation to insights that change how you see the beautiful game.
Their first appearance was in 1930 and their best finish at the World Cup was third place in 1930. That was a long time ago.
This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel 1 Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of the point of view.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support.
Okay.
There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issues.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and thank you for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. It's time for the news review segment where we get to have conversations around some topical issues and extend an invitation to you to join us with your thoughts, your comments and contributions. You can do so via WhatsApp number. Send us a text. We'll do our best to read it on the show. You can join us on YouTube and on Facebook. We're streaming live there. So while you're texting your comment, follow, subscribe, like, share, engage our post. Go on to Instagram, go on to X, please do same. You can follow us and subscribe to us on TikTok as well. Let me say good morning to Michael Kosi Dede. He is an engineer and always kind enough to join us on the show. Engineer, good to have you.
Good to see you too. Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome. We spoke on Sunday and we are back again to continue that same conversation. The issue of perennial flooding. Water should have been a gift, but now it appears it's a curse. This curse, I'm not too sure if it's man-made or self-inflicted and what we can do about it. But of course, what the eye can see, the mouth can attest to. The visible takeover of all our Ramsar sites, our waterways, is one of the major reasons that has brought us to where we are. Then, of course, there is the indiscipline of indiscriminate waste disposal as well. However, from where I sit, the buck stops with leadership. Who do we hold accountable for our challenges?
No, I very much agree with your last statement that we hold leadership accountable. What we see happening in Accra specifically, and again, it's not just Accra, Takoradi.
Yeah.
All regional capitals basically are getting
Winneba.
flooded. Exactly. All regional capitals and cities that are growing are getting flooded. It is all because we are not managing our cities properly in terms of planning and in terms of development. And who controls planning and development? Government.
Yeah.
So I largely disagree when people say that everybody is responsible. It is a process of trying not to hold people accountable. People who we pay regularly and people who we appoint and give them fat salaries and give them privileges are not doing their work. When they don't do their work, then we come back and say it is everybody as a way of not holding people accountable. Because the planning and development of cities is managed by people.
Yes.
The politicians are happy to appoint their friends and families as DCs.
Yes.
But when it comes to holding them accountable, then they keep quiet and say it is everybody. It is people who are throwing refuse around. Who controls refuse disposal? So let's begin this analogy. You see, when you are developing a city, you just don't do anything because it is important that policy makers understand that everything is connected.
Yes.
Everything is connected. If you are putting up buildings, and that is why you begin by saying spatial planning, and we've gone through this process and say spatial planning laws. Why do we make them? Because we understand from a technical point that everything is connected. So you zone your place and say, this is where people will stay. So you say, these are residential facilities. You say, these are commercial areas. These are industrial areas. When you do that, what it then allows you is to decide what kind of roads should connect to these places. What kind of water systems should you provide? What size of pipes should go into those places? What kind of transformers should be seated in these places? What kind of telecom facilities should you provide? Sure. So when you don't make sure that these things are followed, everything else is disaster. Nothing happens. Your city becomes unproductive. So clearly, we have put down all these laws and say that when people are going to build, they must come for permits. They must do this, they must do. It is all a way of ensuring that you can control the development to ensure that the plans that you have in place work and that the city works as a system, and that your city does not fail, that your city is resilient. These are the things that we do. Unfortunately, when you come here, people decide that they are going to change zoning laws at will because a friend has decided that they want to put a hotel in a residential area. So immediately they say, we are changing the zoning laws. It's a mixed development. You don't change zoning laws like that without looking at the impact on that place. So places that were typically residential areas, we've rezoned them into mixed areas. And once people begin to put up hotels and such high-use facilities, water supply becomes a problem, electricity becomes a problem. And then everybody says, oh, what is happening? It is because institutions of state have failed. So it is not to say that everybody is responsible. I disagree. It is the same with our flooding situation. The government has all these bodies responsible for flood management. Typically, if you talk about drainage, it's the Hydrological Services Authority that has authority to oversee drainage in this. So when the government itself comes and sets up a superficial political organization such as a task force to oversee drainage, I worry because you are not holding the state institutions accountable, or you are ignoring technical expertise, or you bring them under this pseudo political organization which does not allow them to work effectively, because the Hydrological Services Authority is under the Ministry of Works and Housing. So clearly, if you want to look at drainage issues, you invite them and say, let's look at the issue. What are the problems? And listen to them without superimposing a certain political organization over them anymore. So for me, the government's approach is not sincere because, look, if we want to look seriously at the issue of flooding, we need to look at the municipal authorities. We need to look at the Hydrological Services Authority and say, look, let's sit down. What are the issues? Planning of our cities needs to be enforced. Today, even as we sit here and talking about demolition that is going on, let's go and look at the Sakumo area. I drove over there the weekend. The water is almost next to the railway line. Now, if we don't prevent the continuous silting of that place, one day it will overflow and damage the railway line and damage the road. So clearly, we are not behaving properly, even in the midst of all this crisis.
Threat even on the motorway.
Exactly. Even in the midst of all this crisis, we are not behaving properly. People are dumping waste, and it is deliberate, again, because we have failed to plan our cities properly. Look at the number of municipal authorities we have in Greater Accra alone. Ask yourself, how many of them have waste disposal sites? Because you see, when you are planning your city, because we generate waste, we need to plan where we are going to dispose of waste. How many waste disposal sites do we have here in Accra at the moment that are functional? So clearly, citizens and everybody is looking for a place to dump waste. So Sakumo retention pond becomes a place where everybody is free, is available. But it is a deliberate ploy. When they keep on dumping the waste, after a while, somebody goes to put laterite to it and says, I've claimed the land, and begins to sell it and it's being developed. And these are the things that city authorities are watching. Again, the Ramsar sites or these areas are under the authority of the Forestry Commission. Because they should be controlling what are they also doing about these places. So clearly, there's no way we can say that we don't know what is happening. Because look, if we went on to satellite maps today, go on to those satellite maps, we can produce them over the last 20, 30 years. And we know the original size of those Ramsar sites. And if we want to demolish, we should demolish all those buildings. But go and see who owns those buildings. Politicians and their friends. And these are the hard things that we are running away from. Because look, the satellite maps don't lie. They will show you exactly how big those areas were. 20, 30 years ago to show you. So we behave as though there's no science to what is happening. And then we can talk our way out of it politically. But we know the hard facts. even Achimota lands. I mean, people know. Look, when the previous government decided to release the Achimota forest, part of the Achimota forest to the family, immediately, what was the brouhaha? We said, look, the Achimota forest remains the only green belt within Accra.
Yeah.
And therefore, if we sell it out for development, the flooding is going to increase. The government that was also part of the criticism of the people has come into place, and they have not done anything about saying, look, let's look at this Achimota forest issue anymore. So we pretend when we are in opposition that we are principled people. When we get into office, all those principles go to naught. Because I would have expected that by now we'll look at the Achimota forest and say, look, this is the only green belt, this is the only place that can actually hold water and prevent runoff. How do we manage it? Even if we are giving it out to the family because we have not compensated families, that was the excuse. How do we, the families or chiefs do not control development? You see, the excuse that a lot of governments make is that, oh, we don't, the chiefs are selling the lands, and no, the chiefs may sell lands, individuals may sell lands, but the person that determines land use is government. So the land can belong to you, but government says this area is only for farming. This area is a green belt. So we can say that, look, Achimota Forest, although we've given it back to the family, it's a green belt. The family can still get revenue out of it by saying that, okay, what kind of recreational facilities can we develop in there as a green belt to make some revenue? So these are the things that can be looked at. But when we say, oh, we have no, the families own the lands, the chiefs have sold the land, and therefore government has no, it's wrong. Because government controls land use through zoning laws and through the municipal authorities. So we keep making excuses, and then every day we come back and say, oh, it is everybody. It is not everybody. I disagree with those excuses.
But the indiscipline cuts both ways.
But the indiscipline can be controlled through state agencies. That is the point. And that is why we elect them. That is why there are laws. That is why I have to go for a permit. It is not for nothing. So state regulates behavior. If the state does not regulate behavior, it doesn't come back and say it is everybody. You understand it? So that is the point I'm making. The ultimate response rests with the government. You cannot run away happy to appoint district chief executive, and then they just sit down, give them cars, give them fuel, and then they are driving around and making noise without addressing the real issues. For me, that is the worry. Those are the things we need to look at and stop saying it is everybody. No.
Yesterday, when the president landed at the airport, at least he gave a signal that government was really going to go tough on some of these issues. It gives some of us hope, and we wait to see the action. But let's say good morning to Hamza Suhuyini. Hamza Suhuyini is a member of the NDC's communications team. Council, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Nana. It's good to be back.
Looking bright and sharp in the heights. Like
thanks to the blessings of the holy city of Mecca. And so maybe that is why I'm looking bright.
So now it's safe to call you Alhaji?
Yes.
Alhaji Hamza Suhuyini, welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
Unfortunately, you've not come home to so much good news. Accra is flooded again.
I know.
And the anti-flood task force is set to present its report to the president. Anti-flood task force, yet we are presenting the report after the floods have come. It's quite worrying for some of us. What work did we do prior to the arrival of the rains and the attendant flooding? That's the question.
I think, first of all, good morning to you. Good morning to my senior comrade, Mr. Kusididi. And like I indicated, and of course our cherished viewers out there, it's nice to be back, and our production team as well. And my mischievous brother who is here to join us.
How would you qualify him as such?
Nana, even far away, I was monitoring. And so the mischief seems to be growing by the day. But that being said, on the issue of floods, and that is one beautiful thing about the National Democratic Congress, I think that I will not sit on this platform and be hypocritical or disagree with the concerns being raised by senior comrade Kusididi. It is true that for some time now, we as a government, not just the National Democratic Congress government of the Republic of Ghana in one way or the other, have come out with policy interventions intended to mitigate the issue of floods. And we have not been entirely successful as far as that particular move is concerned. And if you look at our democratic transition, from 1992, we have had this issue of floods. So it would not be safe to say that the New Patriotic Party failed the good people of this country as a party when it comes to the issue of floods. I dare say that the failure, if we agree that we have failed as a republic, is a collective one. And even the National Democratic Congress cannot take itself away from that failure. Because prior to the coming into office of the NPP, the NDC was in charge of this country from 1992 to somewhere 2000. We had issues of floods. Then eventually, His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor retired, took over. And from 2001 to 2008, we discussed issues of floods. Then fast forward, His Excellency of blessed memory, Professor John Evans Atta Mills and John Dramani Mahama #1. We still dealt with issues of floods. I remember somewhere 2015, 2016, where engineers and planners, CEO Ibrahim Mahama, had to move his machinery to the Odoko in a holistic effort to dredge the Odo River. And so it has been with us. And the approach has been quite problematic, regardless of the political party in power. But for me, what gives me hope, and cautious hope for that matter, is the fact that upon assumption of office, I think somewhere March 2025, His Excellency President Mahama tasked the Deputy Chief of Staff, Stan Dogwe, and some other ministers of staff to look at the situation and present a report to him. We are in 2026. And to be fair, it can be disappointing that the report is yet to be made available to His Excellency the President. It is disappointing. But maybe the report will also unearth certain things that we never took consideration of. I am waiting to read the content of that particular report. But that notwithstanding, I think that this government has a golden opportunity to deal with the issue of floods decisively. First and foremost, like Senior Comrade indicated, the issue of planning. These are institutional failures. And so it goes beyond the remits of the political parties, because we come and go, but the institutions remain. But what are some of the investments we inject as far as these institutions are concerned to ensure that they work according to plan? And that is why I was excited when I heard His Excellency President Mahama say that, look, he expects the report, and quite apart from that, he's also moving ahead to identify some critical areas, taxing some ministers to identify some critical areas where we can concentrate on for now in our efforts to deal with the issue of floods. So yes, my sympathies to those who have had to endure a lot as a result of this particular unfortunate incidents. But one thing we must not also lose sight of is the issue of the silting of our gutters. I have always maintained, even when Nana Addo was president, and Mwakwata, who I got the name right, was minister responsible for roads and highways. Yes. Yes. You see, at the Ministry of Roads and Highways, there are things we take for granted that we shouldn't, even as political leaders. There used to be an avenue for the agencies to give what we call desilting contracts, though those contracts were given to party groups, foot soldiers. But the reality was that at the turn of every change, you saw youth groups in our various communities engage in activities like desilting of gutters. Those gutters were not done for free. These were contracts awarded into lots, even if they were party youths working. They were curbing, they were helping manage the situation, the possibility of floods in these neighborhoods. Those contracts, maybe because of the orientation of the political class today, appears to have vanished. We look down upon it. We feel that it is a waste when it comes to expenditure. But in reality, we do not have the necessary institutional frameworks to ensure that these gutters are desilted. And so it is important for us to revisit it. I remember during our time there, We gave many of these contracts out, and the people worked. So quite apart from the fact that you are getting an opportunity to get your gutters cleaned, you are also creating temporal employment for many of our teeming youth out there who are unemployed. But it appears now that we look down upon such interventions. And the more we look down upon them, the likelihood of floods. Because you look, many of our district assemblies are not concerned when it comes to issues of flooding and the silting of our gutters. Indeed, even if they are concerned, they do not have the resources to do so. So there's the need for us to look at the resource angle to the issue of floods. And I'm pretty much convinced that the report will detail all that. But like many Ghanaians who are cautiously optimistic, the delay in releasing the report is something we can all express some kind of discomfort over. Especially considering the fact that we have had to wait for another year for floods to occur before we start talking about the release of such a report. And like I've always indicated around this table, this NDC government does not pretend to be a perfect one. There are many of the things we'll get right. There are many of the things that would require at least that we are prompted for us to act. The most important thing is that when we are prompted, we act. And so for me, I'm waiting to see how this government will deal with the issue decisively, because it is an issue we cannot afford to allow to continue. So it's not a political contest, and I can understand that my brother is gearing up to do the usual politics.
But since you mentioned him, let's introduce him real quick and then you can continue. Dennis Miracle Sawaji is aide to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Dennis, good morning. I'm not sure why you're laughing, but I'll find out.
Because I don't understand why you are in government, you're supposed to account to the people, and you are worried about what opposition is going to say. I don't understand.
Well, let's have you finish.
You see, the responsibility of a government is not just about the citizens. It is also about the opposition. Indeed, more about the opposition and the concerns of the opposition.
You talk about
So, Nana, it is not an exciting subject, especially considering the fact that it is a collective failure. But I am hopeful that this government will do the needful. It is difficult to disagree with Senior Comrade Kosi Dede. Many of the things he has said, we are all rational in thought. And so many of his concerns are genuine. We must find closure to this unfortunate menace. And if we fail to do so, the Ghanaian people will be right to judge us based on how we handle the issue of floods as a political party. But I'm convinced, I have absolute confidence in this president. I have absolute confidence in this government, and I'm pretty much convinced that tangible steps will be taken for the first time in our nation's history to deal with the issue of floods decisively.
Thank you. Dennis, let me come to you on your thoughts on this flooding, the task force that was set up last year, the anti-flood task force, but yet they are flooded. And the task force is here to present its report to President Mahama.
And thank you, and good morning to my senior brothers. I mean, I keep asking myself, for how long is Hamza going to do this? Like, this inspirational communication, this motivational speeches, trying to, it's like it's more like a Martin Luther, always constantly the government will cause a mess, and then Hamza will spend the whole week moving from media house to media house, admitting that they've messed up, but there is hope. And today what even baffles me is that he says his hope is cautious hope. Hope itself is not a strategy.
Cautionary optimism.
Hope itself is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. And now you're adding caution. It puts us in a very useless situation, very hopeless situation, and we just have to give up. You see, this particular government, we have seen it before. That is what all of us must bear in mind. That we have seen this particular government, the entire architecture before. Only they have grown. But it's the same group. The same group. If you like, go and pick the government, the key executive, from the president to the key executive, and go and check 2012 to 2015. It's the same group. except that maybe some of them, they were in their early 30s, now they are in their early 40s, some of them were their early 20s, now they are, that's all, but it's the same people. So first of all, we know them. The country was only hoping that they would be different. That's all. So Hamza should, I can understand his frustration, his worry. He's a good guy, trust me. He's one of the few good people in the NDC. Unfortunately, he is not in government. And I know Hamza and about 5 other NDC people who are not in executive and are always frustrated.
So you are making the thing about Hamza.
No, but he introduced me. He introduced me first. He introduced me into this whole thing first.
And it looks like you are living up to the branding he's giving you.
And the truth of the matter is that he, at some point, would give up. Because this government is the laziest and weakest leadership this country has seen since 1992.
Oh, how?
2 of the most devastating flooding that this country has seen have all happened under this government, under this leadership, under this president. I agree with him. We've seen flooding, at least from the late 80s to now. Accra has never been the same because we altered the engineering and architecture of the city. But what governments after governments do is to put in place mitigations, anti-strategies that would reduce the effects and impact of the flooding. The difference between the Rawlings government, Kufuor's government, Atamil's government, Akufo-Addo's government, and Mahama, not both 1 and 2, is that all the previous governments before the rain set in, as for rain, you don't control it. Accra doesn't flood because it rains. It will rain. What they do is that they put in place strategies and systems. You'd realize that months and weeks before the rain was set in, they'll be doing massive storm drain dredging, massive desilting. They will be doing public sensitization education on flashpoints and areas and how people should. This government, because they are lazy, whenever they are in office, they sit down, they do nothing, pictures, optics, blogging, and then they don't do the real work. So by the time they realize the rains have set in, the entire city is engulfed, everybody is running around, then they start giving us inspirational and motivational messages like Hamza is doing. He's not the only one giving this message. Go and listen to all of them. They're all saying, it will be well, it shall be well, it shall be well. This is the same president that campaigned on experience, told the whole country that vote for me because I have seen it before. One of the reasons why John Mahama, His Excellency, won the election was because people thought and believed that because he has been in the office before, he has foreknowledge, he has institutional knowledge, he has learned something, and so he would come on board with that experience. Zero. Where is the experience? Otherwise, you are the president that saw June 3rd, 2015. The greatest, biggest disaster we have seen with flooding in the history of this country happened on June 3rd, 2015, under your leadership. Immediately that happened, you set some fund aside. You even said that you are re-engineering Accra and did all manner of things. Put some committees together. They went around Accra, did some assessment. They did all those things. Then you left. Another government came. Throughout the government period, there was still flooding. But immediately you came. Just 1 week of the flood setting in, about 4 people have died. 2 buildings have collapsed. What does it tell you? It tells you that there is something that this particular leadership fails to do. And I'll explain to you. You speak of an anti-flooding task force. This government from day one has invested in optics without the real work. They put themselves in a chopper and flew around Accra with bloggers. As the helicopter was lifting, there was a blogger. I saw the video. As the helicopter was landing, there was a blogger. When they got down, they moved with the military men. You saw stand up moving with Gota, one here, they are moving all over the place. Then the bloggers, when he finished, he granted an interview. He said that the president has directed us to immediately put in place systems and strategies to ensure that we mitigate against the flood.
Yeah.
Since this devastating flood situation happened, have you seen him? Show me one picture, one video of the anti-flood task force. Why? Why is it that when you were moving around to go and do the assessment, we saw you? But when you finished the assessment, we didn't hear from you until the rains have set in. What a serious government would do What any leader that takes us seriously would do is that we didn't ask you to let us know that you're moving around Accra. So if you decided to let us know that you're moving around Accra, when you finish, come and tell us what your report is. What is your short-term strategy? What is your medium-term strategy? What is your long-term strategy? Then we are all here. But you don't come and tell me after we have suffered, people have died. Go to Nana Krum. Some people haven't come out for the last 1 week. Now you are telling us that you are now going to present your report to the president. What were you doing all this while? At what point will that report kick in? The lives that have been lost, they don't matter. We didn't ask you to let us see all those glamorous things. You decided to let us see. So if we are asking you where you are now, we have every right to ask you. Or is it that when you were going to fly around, you wanted us to see, but now that you are working there, you don't want us to see? So seriously speaking, we cannot cut this government any slack. They have a responsibility. This city has been flooding for years.
Yeah.
You said when you come, you fix it. In fact, there's a video here. I can give it to your producers and they play. The president was clear. His Excellency John Manuma, his was clear. He said the flooding is as a result of Akufo-Addo. That it is failed leadership. That is those are his words. Those are his words. I haven't added anything. When he finished with that video, he came on his Facebook wall and posted again to say that Accra is flooding because of the president, and that when there is weak leadership, this is what happens.
But then this is my problem is the blame games.
There is no blame game here. We are calling our leadership. No, you are bringing in blame game. I am not.
If we go and
there is no game.
Blamed,
there is no Mahama. Akufo-Addo is not here. I am blaming the leader. There is no blame game. It's not a game. It is not a game.
You just mentioned Mahama.
Take us seriously. Mahama is the president. He is the one that referenced the president when he was in charge. He didn't do anything wrong. He was in opposition. He was calling out the leader. Nobody is blaming anybody. Akufo-Addo is gone. Who is blaming Akufo-Addo? He's done his part. We are blaming the leader, the president. It's not a game. You have a responsibility. Once we vote for you, your job is to fix the mess. It is not a game. It is not a game. Don't even start it. Who is talking about MPP? MPP flooded. And so those who flooded...
can we discuss solutions?
No. Those who flooded voted against MPP. I'm not the one to give solutions. It is the president who listed and said that he has solutions. Now, you see, the problem is with all of us in this country is that when we give the leadership of the country, the NDC especially, cover. When we say, oh, let's give solutions, like, which solution? Am I the one to give you solution? Did you run for president?
No.
Did you present a manifesto?
No.
Engineer, have you put yourself up for presidency? You came to us. You gave us your manifesto, which is supposed to be your solution. Which one have you implemented? Why are you asking me for a solution? Why should I be the one giving you a solution? If I had a solution, would I be in opposition? Does it mean that because I'm in opposition, if I am flooding, I shouldn't speak? Fix the damn thing. People are dying. You said you have solution. You said so much. You talked plenty in opposition. You were talking big, bragging. That is why I don't sympathize or empathize or whichever the word is, you should put it there, with Hamza. With his frustration, you can see it on his face. A frustrated member of a government. I don't sympathize with him because we didn't, the Ghanaian people were there, we had our resources, we had our mandates, and you came to us and said that you have solutions. One of the things you said you have solutions to was to flooding. Why are you giving us excuses and stories? We have flooded, that is what it is. You have failed to mitigate flooding in Accra in 2026. You failed to mitigate flooding in Accra in 2025. You have 2 more flooding seasons. You should be telling us that because I failed for 2025 and I failed for 2026, these are my short-term, medium-term, and long-term plan for 2027 and 2028. These are the core responsibilities that I would have to bear as a government. This will be the responsibility that you as citizens, you have to bear. As part of your responsibility, this is what you have to do. Even as in opposition, this is what we need you to also help us to be able to get done. If you don't speak like that, to be very honest, it's very difficult for me to go at Hamza because the way he puts the thing, the Martin Luther style, it becomes difficult. But if you listen to the rest of his colleagues and the way they speak, it's very annoying. All of them. Oh, Accra has flooded. Oh, keep quiet. Why are you talking about it flooded in 2021, it flooded in 2019? Bullshit. Sorry.
It's morning TV.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Absolute balderdash. Absolute. Absolute
In seconds.
He's going to add bollocks. He's going to add bollocks and then we are done.
I spoke to him last night, so he's the first time with the Britain. But these are the realities.
Yeah.
That you have to see. People are in. See, I have flooded 3 times in my life where I live. In fact, when it's raining, everybody in my neighborhood will be calling each other. How is it going? How is it going? Just some few kilometers away from my neighborhood, Clagon, it's flooded. A gentleman was swept away in his vehicle and died. This last week, he was swept away, Clagon. He was swept away. Where I live is a planned community. TDC, one of the best planned communities in Ghana. We are flooding. So don't come and give me stories. If you knew you couldn't do it, don't put yourself up for the responsibility. Don't come and ask for the mandate if you know you can't do it. At the moment, where we are is that you ask for our mandate, we gave it to you. One of the biggest challenges you have to fix in Accra is flooding. You have failed in year 1, you have failed in year 2, you have 2 more years to go. Be humble enough. Itemize to us what your strategy is for 2027, 2028.
Very well.
We don't want people to die anymore in this country from flooding.
All right,
you say you can solve it, handle it for us.
Thank you. Engineer, the committee is here to present its report, but what would you want to see contained in this report?
Okay. You see, so
yesterday the president spoke.
That the committee is yet. Can you imagine?
So the expectation is that the report will be presented.
I didn't even hear that. Can you imagine?
Yeah, yesterday he said we should do soul searching.
This is very sad. We should do soul searching. The man that said the Akufo-Addo was responsible for that. We should now do soul searching.
So for me, again, like I said initially, I think that there was no need to have set up that committee. I think that the Hydrological Service or the Hydrological Authority, which is the body responsible for drainage, should have been asked to look at this issue from the very beginning. And they have always, in the last, look, because I have attended a lot of presentations in the last 20 years on this flooding. And they've always presented their technical and the recommendations they've made. So it's not like the Hydrological Authority does not have enough data to share. Again, what I would expect to possibly see in that report is to say, they should show us satellite pictures over the last 20 years of how we have narrowed all the natural water basins in Ghana. And what needs to be done to restore those water basins. You see, because we've gone beyond, at the moment, we've gone beyond simply drainage. We need to see how do we retain water when it rains. So rain harvesting systems. How do we do so that you can then release the water after it stopped raining and it's dry.
Controlled release.
Controlled release. So we need to look at the mix of solutions, but we need to go back and say, where are the... You see, when we don't restore things, we create the impression that you can break laws in this country and get away with it. So I will still insist that the committee should show us satellite pictures over the last 20, 30 years, which will show us how people have captured the natural drainage and water basins. How do we clear all those people from those places? You see, people will say, hey, what are you? Those are the things we need to do. Because clearly, by law, those people did not have authority to build in those places because they were reserved areas. Look, I have seen even Trasaco, where Trasaco, look, those places are all waterlogged places. How did we allow them to build there? You see, so we create problems and then we turn around and say and pretend that we are solving them. So we are destroying Accra gradually. And all the major cities in Ghana are going the same way. Flooding is increasing in all the major cities in Ghana. So that report should show us satellite pictures showing these drainages. Then we need to look at government's own behavior. Look, in 2000, as at the year 2000, we had 5 districts in Greater Accra. 2000, we had 5 districts in Greater Accra. As at 2023, we have 29 districts in Greater Accra. Why should that be? And most of and then we say that they don't have enough resources because we have reduced them to sub-metros that are not economical anymore. So they don't have, then we talk about resources. What are the resources? From 5 to 29, you have now 29 district chief executives who are being paid. What are they doing? How have these appointments or these creations led to improvement in managing the spaces that they have been given? So I worry about the politics of this because our politicians are happy to simply redistribute their places in terms of authority because it annulls to their benefit because, then we will get votes. If we create this district, then we will get votes. And then we pay all these people and the face of Accra, the spatial management hasn't improved. We have increased from 110 districts to 261 districts in Ghana. To whose benefit? Where are the wastelands? Where are we going to be depositing waste that we create in all these districts? How many of these 29 districts have their own waste disposal sites? So the way we manage the city itself is a major concern. So you see, and the flooding is increasing because of this. The flooding that happened in 2015 occurred because we had over 218 millimeters of rainfall. What happened on June 3rd, 2026? We had less than 1/4 of that rainfall. So it should tell you a story that it is not just about drainage anymore. It is how we manage the city. So we need to sit down and in that report, look at how we manage all the cities in Ghana. Let's not narrow it to Accra alone because Accra is not Ghana. We need to look at all the cities. How do we manage our spaces more effectively to ensure that things are done properly? And government should stop making excuses about not being the one that owns the land because government determines land use. So we must see what happens to Achimota Forest. We see, as we make recommendations for them, we need to look at what we can do to prevent the runoff. And that for me is where Achimota Forest comes in.
Because now we're developing the Ekiapim Ridge, so the speed with which the water is coming down is even faster than before. Hamza?
Yes. I think, you see, in my opening remarks, I indicated that monitoring my brother from afar, he appears to have taken a different posture completely from what we are used to. As if he's been bitten by a church's fly. Remember there was remember, these days he's everywhere, agitated over nothing.
He's in pain.
No, I explain to you why it is over nothing.
I mean, a lot of
you see,
that is nothing.
That is what happens. That is what happens when power leaves your hands for more than a year. You know, the first few months in opposition, you still feel the sense that you are in power. When the frustration begins to set in, even your gestures takes a different turn altogether. Your reasoning patterns takes a different turn altogether. And so if there's anybody who has demonstrated signs of frustration, it is my brother. The realities of opposition is beginning to dawn on him. And instead of him to handle it very well, he's decided to invest it in communication in ways that are clearly alien to our search for progress as a country. And I'll demonstrate to you why.
Please do.
In my submission, I accepted responsibility. And His Excellency President Mahama yesterday also accepted responsibility for many of the flood issues that we are dealing with as a government. And that is why I said that it is a collective failure, not just on the part of the New Patriotic Party, but also the National Democratic Congress. And I indicated that it is even difficult to disagree with what Kosi Dede said. It is not because we don't know the causes of the flooding. We know. No politician in this country can pretend that they don't know the causes and how to resolve these issues. These issues are known. But the issue has to do with commitment and the political capital to do so, or will. And I indicated that, look, even as a member of the government, the party's communication team, I am also awaiting the report of the task force that was set up by His Excellency President Mahama. Let us not proceed on the basis or assumption that they did no work. Until that report comes out, it will be disingenuous to sit around this table and make references to their movements from one place to the other and conclude that because we have recorded floods, they did no work. You and I know that the situation bedeviling Accra in terms of our flooding situation will require more than a year to resolve. You listen to engineer. So let us know the extent of what they did in the last 1 year, 3-4 months. And we can be able to, we can engage
in a meaningful discourse as to whether indeed they lived up to expectation or not. Because I expect the report to tell us areas that they desilted in their past, gutters that were areas that they did dredging, their interventions, and how without those interventions, the situation could have been worse than we are dealing with. So until that report is made public, it will be disingenuous for you to sit on TV and conclude that they did nothing. Especially when you don't know the extent of the work they did. And thankfully, their report will be made public. Secondly, he created an impression. I was resisting the temptation to be political in my analysis. But he created an impression that, look, what happened in 2015 was unprecedented and never experienced before in our country. In 2015, as a result of the floods, you know the number of people who were displaced? About 53,000 Ghanaians were displaced. In 2017, when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo became president, and he was appointed as a district chief executive under that government, 4 regions were flagged as critical in terms of flooding. And indeed, they were affected in 2017. Yes, Central, Western, and Greater Accra, and one other region. And at the end of that season, in excess of 1 million people were displaced as a result of floods. Compare 1 million in 2017 when they were in power to the 53,000 that was recorded in 2015. That even John Dramani Mahama HE considered unacceptable. They presided over a situation of about 1 million. So you don't sit on this table and create an impression that your government did so well. And because His Excellency and the NDC criticized you in opposition, we should do better. Indeed, we are doing better. Even if you look at the figures. Fast forward in 2018, Accra alone, in excess of 130,000 people were displaced. Still far higher than the 53,000 that was recorded in 2015. These are the facts. And so before you go on that your propaganda-driven trajectory of seeking to deceive and doing politics as usual with issues that we ought not to be doing politics with, it is always important for you to abreast yourselves with the facts, as a party and as a spokesperson of a potential leader of this country. Integrity is key, is crucial. And for me, Nana, look, I'm a proud member of the National Democratic Congress and a proud citizen of the Republic of Ghana. But I will not sit around this table and pretend that even the president is satisfied with the work that has been done in relation to the issue of floods in this country. If the president was satisfied, he wouldn't have had that engagement yesterday. That tells you that this is a president who himself is not satisfied and is demanding more answers. So that commitment is there. What we need to do, and I'm using the word cautiously optimistic because I know that it's not the president who will descend onto the gutters and dissolve them. People will be given responsibilities to do so. And many of them, if care is not taken, will either live up to expectation or fail in their responsibilities. And when they fail, I would be seated around this table to call for their heads.
Because accountability is important
It's
in these
key
matters.
as far as this exercise is concerned. And mind you, like I have indicated, the Ghanaian people will be justified to call on His Excellency President Mahama and the government to act, because that is what he is expected to do as President of the Republic of Ghana. And when they call on him to act, and he fails to act, they will be justified to punish us like they did when the NPP was in power and failed to listen to their pleas. So for me, it is not an NDC NPP game. I'm not done. Why? Have you become that uncomfortable? You are now the timekeeper.
Please carry on. Please carry on.
You are coming to repeat what you already concluded.
No.
Please carry on.
You see, so it is important for you to understand, Nana, that this is not an NDC and NPP fight. It is about finding solution to the perennial floods affecting this country, not just in Greater Accra. And look, as a government communicator, or party communicator, I could have just conveniently sat here and found beautiful ways of defending these shortfalls. But even as a communicator, I am not satisfied. I would want to wake up and see a flood-free Accra. And so it is my responsibility to even call on government agencies to up their game. That tells you that we are yearning for results. Because we only know that the only way we can go back to the good people of this country come 2028 is to go with a satisfactory performance. And dealing with the issue of floods in Accra and other regions is one key way of communicating to the good people of this country that indeed we inherited problems and we are resolving it.
Right.
Though I know that many of these problems will not be resolved in a matter of a year or two. But thankfully, the steps are quite clear. The interest in finding lasting solution is there. Look, we are talking about a president who found lasting solution to do so. Another age-long problem that he inherited, you remember? He made a commitment to resolving it. He did. We are talking about a president who made certain pledges to the good people of this country before 2024 in terms of the economic situation of this country. Today, our economy has recovered and is beginning to show signs of progress in terms of what we call economic growth. This is a president who made certain promises to women. The establishment of the Women Development Bank.
Has that happened?
Of course. Now the seed capital has been released, about in excess of 50 million. So hopefully by the end of year or next year, disbursements will start.
Right.
Because remember that President Mahama did not say that he was going to do that in a matter of a year. It's a long-term policy.
Right.
National Apprenticeship Program. Commitments were made to the youth of this country. He's committed to that. So be rest assured that the same way he dealt decisively with Dumso, when the Ghanaian people called on him to do so, he would deal decisively with the issue of floods. And my brother would be spared the agony of having to speak on top of his voice as if he's been bitten by a church's fly.
Very well. Then it's one thing issuing directives, and it's another thing ensuring that these directives are implemented. I listened to the president yesterday. He gave me hope. But we are waiting to see the action itself. And in the absence of the action, accountability is key. We've seen reports upon reports, but yet we've held no one accountable. And recommendations in these reports we've never implemented. Take the Ghana Infrastructure Plan, for example. A lot of solutions are tabled in that plan, and yet we haven't seen anything. So where do we go from here?
Stop wasting your airtime. Stop wasting your airtime.
You think it won't come to anything?
They have nothing to give us. Listen,
really?
All the things he has said, the president is weak. First of all, he is a weak leader. Mahama is his excellence. He's a weak leader. He's clueless. He's completely distracted. He's focusing on other things. I don't think he's even worried about. Let me speak. You see, and there's a very serious matter. Hamza says so much and actually comes to nothing when it comes to the real situation at hand. Listen, and you see, these guys, they treat us like we are some zombies in this country and we just follow the crowd.
Bring him back
and
to
move
the
around.
Mahama attack.
This is what he said. This is what Mahama said when he was in opposition. He says that I am making a pledge to end this perennial flooding in Accra. And then he says, Mahama said his government will find engineering solutions to the persistent flooding issues, especially in Accra, if he is re-elected as president in the December 2024 elections. He made a Facebook post, May 27, 2024. This is what he said. We cannot afford to continue risking the lives and livelihoods of our people. It is time for real change and real solutions. Commenting on the floods in Accra, Mahama criticized the MPP's government's failure to manage, and this is where it is key, and prevent floods effectively. And he highlighted a deep concern about the government's lack of comprehensive flood prevention and management plan. This is Mahama speaking. This is the man that has the power now. He has 4 flooding seasons, or let me say 4 rain seasons. Is that correct, engineer? 2 of them, he has failed miserably, and he's still giving us hope. Does it make sense? Does it make sense?
It does.
Why wouldn't any citizen scream? Why won't citizens be bitten by fly? Why won't citizens be frustrated? You have 4 rainy seasons. It's not as if the country has been well to you forever. You have 4 rainy seasons. 4.
He might have 8. If you
Please,
take the major and the minor.
you are sitting in opposition. He already has 8.
No, I'm saying that
this man is already in his 6th
minor.
year of leading this country. This clueless president, he's already in his 6th year of leading this country. And he's now looking for what the problem is. Pathetic. And you're talking about people. In fact, I've been bitten by fly mosquitoes. Which other ones are created by? Which other ones are created? Fly bees.
I'm glad that he has accepted.
I've been bitten by
not
all
just
of
in
them.
relation
You know
to this
why?
matter.
Because I
Many
have
others.
a very clueless, useless government that has no plan for the country. How can you be in opposition for 8 years after you have been president for 4 years? So 12 years, you've been at the forefront of this country. You've been talking plenty. I just quoted one to you. In fact, he has one video that is on one of your portals saying plenty about flooding when he was in opposition. This is a man that has been president for 4 years, that has been in opposition for 8 years. It means that you've had an opportunity 12 years to identify all the problems in this country. Now you are voted into office, and in your 2nd year, you are now telling us that you are going to find solutions. Pathetic. Pathetic. 3 syllables.
But is it fair to expect a solution in 2 years?
But why, of course, if there is any president that this country expects solution from him every month, it is this president. Let me tell you, nobody wanted Mahama back. The only reason why Mahama was brought back was because people thought that he had experience, he had learned something.
So people wanted
please, I beg you.
So your premise is faulty.
Please, I beg
Nobody
you. Please,
wanted
I beg
Mahama
you.
back.
I beg you. I said the only reason why. Listen. Stop disrupting me.
I'm not.
Why are you fidgeting? Why are you jittery? Why are you? Your eyes are all red already. Relax. See, Mahama, everybody knew he was a useless leader. Because it's useless. Useless means that you have no use. The man was in power from 2012 to 2015. Basically sank this country into a deep hole. Do you know why Mahama lost with 1 million votes in the past? Because he was completely useless.
So Bawumia is completely useless.
Bawumia has not been president.
But he lost.
Please,
2 million votes.
Please. He has not been president.
See some of the things.
Can you stop this? Can you stop it?
I'm not going to stop it.
Hamza, don't do this.
Why are you worried? Why? I sat and listened to you for 15 minutes. Respect me. Show me respect. Show me respect. Show me respect. Show me respect. Show me respect.
Around this table, even the words he's using against His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, you know I will not use those words against Dr. Mahmoud Buhari.
That's what I've told him.
And especially when it's not grounded in facts. You don't do that. This is why you
Let's take a break here. Let's take a break here. We'll come back and continue.
There are young people who are listening to us.
If you take an example, I can promise you that this show will be over.
No. Why would you do that?
No, I will not lose my thought.
No.
Tell your production that it's not my fault that I was truncated. I will speak. You will not want a break. I will speak.
Dennis, don't do this.
I will speak.
No,
you will not do that on the show. No, you will not do that. Why would I be speaking? You allow him to interject me, and then you want to truncate my thought process.
Dennis,
why do you do that? Should I get up and leave?
No, calm down.
Then why shouldn't I speak?
Calm down. Let's have a gentleman.
No, but it's not to me, it's to him.
Very well.
He was disrupting me. Why should he disrupt me?
Let's take a break.
I sat down and listened to you to move around without interrupting you.
Let's take a break and come back,
minutes.
and then you continue.
Why do you do that?
Relax on me.
I wake up early in the morning.
Relax for me. You are brothers.
Relax for me.
People, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, Dennis Miracles Awaje will continue. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Every day, we make choices. Some big, some small.
What would you be doing today? I want this or...
Every day, we make choices. And sometimes, choices that shape our hearts.
Hi.
Whether it's a long-term or short-term decision. The Lydia Ranger gives you the power to truly decide. With Lydia, you truly decide.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like that sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip. Stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Numerous cases of people falling asleep have been reported across the African continent. No one can explain this phenomenon.
With 24/7 FIFA World Cup coverage, sleep can wait. Everything can wait.
Catch all 104 matches from as little as 98 Ghana cedis only on GoTV.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,247.
Hey, Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're having the news review segment. Your messages are coming in and they're coming in fast. Alhaji Hamza from Pimp Farm says, good morning, my brother. Flooding in Accra has now become rituals and events that we celebrate every year. Our authorities always plan to fail. Go to the Lands Commission and see things for yourself. Permits are given out by authorities to go and build on waterways. Our attitude is also part of the problem. The indiscipline is becoming one too many, and the earlier we put a stop to it, the better for us. This one says, I salute you, Nana, and your gems in the studio. Nana, Ghana no get rainfall problem. We get leadership and enforcement problem. Every year we know the rains go come, yet we go wait for people to lose their lives before acting. The solution be simple, Nana. Make them demolish every structure sitting on waterways regardless of who they own them. Expand the drainage systems using modern engineering standards and make them hold public officials personally accountable when flood prevention projects fail. This be the Bull Talk watching from Bechley. Okay. Hello, Nana. Please tell Miracles to add some value to Hamza. and add the title Alhaji Hamza. It's very important.
No. I don't need that.
I don't know.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
It is disheartening that the rains have only just begun, yet flooding in parts of the country has already reached unimaginable levels. Even more troubling is that government appointees and communicators start with solving those critical issues, keep describing the same problems we already know without presenting any real solutions. If no action is being taken, one must ask, why were they put in those positions in the first place? The settings of this current administration is becoming unbecoming. I mean, from someone. Your absence from TV was like a man abandoning his entire household without food and water. Good morning to Alhaji lawyer Hamza Suhini. May Allah accept all the ibadah.
Alhaji honorable lawyer Hamza Suhini. Charlie, people, when you're in power, your titles are playing heads. When you come to a position, what they do.
This one says, good morning, my brother. I hope you're doing well.
Of the Alhaji.
The teacher.
It means a stranger.
It's a good
someone like who has come to.
Okay, Malam is teacher.
Someone who has come to someone who has come to perform.
We like it. We like it.
Right.
We like it.
So it's not really a title.
It's a good title. We like it.
This one says, good morning, my brother. I hope you're doing well. The truth of the matter is government over the years are interested in policies and programs that will give them more votes or win power. Any other thing is secondary to them. The June 3, 2015 disaster should have been a turnaround for the country. 11 years, same time, same flooding. We're here setting up committees left and right. Didn't government set up a committee in 2015? Didn't we set up a committee in 2025? Are we serious at all? Next year, we'll set up different committees. This is Mengisto Poku Akoria, and he adds his address, 13th Avenue, 5th North Street, Agogo. Good morning. If Dennis Abuaje says he has no solution to the flood problem, then he has no right being on the panel. He should speak like a nationalist, not anti-Ghanaian. This is Dominic from Kaswa. Hello, sir. Good morning. I am Prince inside the Suomi region. I am enjoying the show. Our politicians are the cause of our problems in this country. When they are in opposition, then they have brilliant and lion heart leaders. The moment they get to power, everything turns upside down. Dennis, please wrap up your thoughts.
No, I'm not wrapping up. I'm not. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to have issues with you.
No,
Nana, it's very difficult waking up and coming.
No,
on
I'm
show.
asking that you make your
So
submission
don't
and
add
wrap up on the subject. On the subject, so we can move on.
He truncated me. Please let me speak.
Please speak.
It's a very serious subject matter. And you see, Hamza, I beg you, don't interrupt me again. I know how uncomfortable it is to be in government and dealing with these things.
No,
you asked for it, so deal with it.
I'm very comfortable.
Nana,
and government can
when you
be
are describing the leadership, okay, you are either a visionary leader or you are a useless one. That is what it is.
Are we going back to these?
Yes. Because you see, that is what we voted for. Listen to the president. It's 27th March 2024. And just so you confirm, this is his Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Great. I'm picking his 6th paragraph. He says, given the opportunity to lead our beloved country again, a new NDC government under my leadership will not rest until we find an engineering solution to the persistent flooding and implement an effective prevention and management plan. Our commitment to this cause is unwavering, and we are determined to bring about the change our nation desperately needs. Desperately means that it's very urgent. And then he clearly identified what the solution would be. And this is where he's a very useless leader. Now he's on office. Last week, when he was in the UK, and somebody asked him at the town hall, or wherever he was, about the flooding. The man that said that our flooding is an engineering problem. Today that he's in office, listen to what he said. The flooding in Accra is not an engineering problem. It is a problem of indiscipline. This is the leader that we have.
That's not accurate. You are
That's what he said at Chatham House.
That was not what His Excellency President Mahama said yesterday.
I don't think he entirely ruled out engineering.
Yesterday, did I say? Aside from the UK.
From the UK.
That's
not yesterday.
It's on video. I'm even putting the
video.
Oh, Charlie, but
you don't
allow the question was put to him in the UK.
You see,
not referring to what he said yesterday.
When you label the president,
let me quote the president.
Hamza, hold on.
Bring issues
Keep quiet. You are disrupting the president.
Hold on. Let him quote so we have evidence of what he's saying. Let him quote, and then you have evidence of what he's saying.
And if you don't stop that, you will not speak again.
Well, are you the host of
the flooding in Accra is mainly caused by indiscipline, poor waste disposal, and building on waterways, not engineering failures. Listen, the president is a useless leader. The man that
Maybe
told
that's
us.
what the president
That
said.
is what he said.
That one.
In the
Yes,
UK.
in the UK.
That one.
I've read it to you.
That- what he just read.
But when he said, how you rule out
But
building on waterways?
he doesn't rule out engineering.
Building on waterways, what's that?
He
Is
said
that not
he
an
said not engineering failures. You know
And
more
he
than the
said
president.
mainly.
Hey, you know more than the president. Oh my God. You know more than the president. Why are you doing this morning?
Allow him.
Would you
Allow
let?
him.
Should I go get up and go?
Hamza, hold on.
Okay, I'll think I'll get my right.
You have a
Whatever
right
you
of
want to
reply.
do, but
I'll
you will not
rebut.
have the opportunity to rebut.
Why
Like I let you do the first time.
Why
Because
not?
of what you've done to me.
What have I done to you?
Nana,
What have I
listen.
done to you? Why are you crying this
Hamza,
morning
Hamza,
like a baby?
please,
Would you
please.
stop him?
Hamza,
You are
Hamza,
destroying
please.
the show today.
Let's have a good show. Let's have a good show.
You are destroying the show today. This is all like you. I
How
can
am I
understand.
destroying the
I can
show?
understand, but this is
How
all
am I
like you.
destroying? But you see, my discomfort
If you
is
can,
that
your discomfort doesn't matter. People
listen,
have
listen,
done it.
listen,
You,
listen.
Hamza,
There are
as an
people
individual,
watching us.
No, but you are destroying it.
And so we have to be
This
He's
morning you are the
quoted
one
and
who
he's made reference.
I've made
And that's why
reference.
So
I'm
we
saying
can all
that-
verify.
Okay, let
He's
me
quoted
allow
and
you
he's
to
made
proceed. Let me
reference. So we
allow
can
you
all
to
verify.
President,
Let me allow
the
you.
useless leadership that we have today.
Oh, he has
In
moved.
the
thankfully.
useless leadership that we have a useless president. The useless leadership that we have today
How can this
told
win
us in
votes?
2024 that the problem in Accra is an engineering problem. It is on his wall. Then when he's been given office, he's now telling us that it is not as a result of engineering failure, and that it is because of indiscipline. That is how useless we are right now, even as citizens, in terms of the kind of leadership that we have. Hopeless. There is no hope for us. And when I'm speaking, you want to interrupt me. When people this morning are seeing the clouds gather and they are getting palpitations, that's a serious matter. Stop protecting your government. Your government should work. The president was clear. I've highlighted it here.
My government, our government.
Who you and whose government? I didn't vote for Mahama. I am not.
But you are a
part.
citizen of the
I did not
Republic of
vote. Stop interrupting
The
me.
government is not for
You are in government. You are in government. Stop disrupting me.
You see, sometimes.
Charlie, but why?
Okay,
You are going to speak. Or you forgotten?
Flow.
You forgotten?
Flow. Nana, let him flow.
Yeah.
You
You
have the
have
full
forgotten.
time. I can give my time to you.
Dennis, please
I'll
carry on,
cede
carry
my
on.
time to you.
I bet President Mahama. He can fail at everything. He has failed at Galamsey. He has failed at Cocoa. He has failed the teachers. He said he will give them automatic posting. He has failed the nurses. He said he will give them automatic posting. He has failed the unemployed 133 shift job. He has failed.
I cannot say they are recruiting 16,000.
Charlie, we are in a serious country. Do you know the number of nurses and teachers who are home, which he promised them automatic posting?
He can't absorb all of them
But
at the same
did
time.
they ask him to promise them that? Did they ask him when
And
he
you
was?
see, when we do
when
this,
he was
we should also count
Please,
the
what-
realities.
Who is the reality? You went to promise the people. You two are talking about reality. So why are you telling me this? Am I the one you should tell this to? Am I the one? Why are you telling me this? Am I the one you should tell me this to? The man spoke, and we have him on record. I told you, see, every subject matter, I already have the videos of all of them. If you mention flood, I have videos of all of them.
What was said before?
Yes, I didn't say it. So why are you telling me that I should be realistic? You see, when you say that, do you know what you are doing? You are making the Ghanaian voter feels like they don't have sense. They know what they went to vote for. The teachers who went to queue, you think 1.7 million voters for nothing? They went to queue and voted for him because he made a specific promise to them. You have failed all these people. You told cocoa farmers you will build borehole and polytank in every cocoa farm. Have you seen that video? In every cocoa farm, there are 800,000 cocoa farmers. He said you put a borehole and polytank in every cocoa farm. You have failed all these people. As for flooding, if you fail, people will die. So don't fail on that. That is what Hamza should be doing. This morning, instead of gymnasting and all of that, he should be telling us that next week when he comes, he will come and tell us what is in the report. And come and give us itemized bullets on what the government is going to do to at least for the rest of the rainy season, which is the short term, prevent further devastation. I don't expect flooding to end all of a sudden in Accra. But you can do something about it in the short term to ameliorate the effect. And then how in the medium term next year, we will not see flooding like we are seeing today. And then in long term, you fix it. You said you will fix it. This is you. We the people don't care about how you do it. Don't come and give us excuses and stories and how in the 1980 it was like that and how it is something that has been there. You knew it has been there. You say you fix. I beg you. You should give some respect to the Ghanaian citizens. Where we are right now, people are irate. If you go and put a ballot box right now in Anakrom, you will get 0.
Really?
Because somebody hasn't stepped out for the past 1 week. So there are serious issues. Then you don't have to just come and sit and do grammar gymnastics over it. You know the way these lawyers they are. When you say they will tell you are not a lawyer, so don't talk. They will use some English and grammar to just try and beat. Charlie, this is people's livelihoods and people's lives. And for me, I hold nobody accountable. I don't hold any citizen responsible. I hold the president responsible. Because me, where I live, it's a planned area. I have respected the laws. I have built my house properly according to law. And yet, I am flooding. And you are telling me that I should be part of the solution. What am I supposed to do? What should be my role? When you know that in this country, if engineer is building a waterway and me, the citizen, I attempt to call him out, there may be a fight. It can even turn into violence. It is your job to make sure that, as me, I am obeying the rules and the laws and building appropriately. You will make sure that engineer doesn't build in the waterway. Why are you putting the responsibility on me, the law-abiding citizen, the one that I have done the right thing? Why are you telling me to come and help you solve the problem? When I have gone to queue, vote, and giving you the resources and the mandate to make sure that engineer doesn't build in the waterway, why are you calling me to be part of the solution? What am I supposed to do? When I have done all the things I'm supposed to do and I'm living, tell me, what am I supposed to do? Law-abiding citizen. Law-abiding citizen. What am I supposed to do? If you knew you didn't have the solution, if you knew you didn't have the solution, if you knew you didn't have the solution, you should have gone to put yourself up on the ballot paper. Of all the millions of 36, 38 million Ghanaians, you said we should give all our resources and our mandates to you. Now we have given it to you, that you are pushing back to me that I have. At the moment, I'm not indisciplined. I am very disciplined. I have built at the right place, followed all the procedures. Why are you calling on me? You are weak, you are useless, you are hopeless, you have no plan, and you are clueless as a leader. That is where the problem is. You say one thing and do another thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, relax. If you speak, I'll speak again.
We're running out of time.
Yes. If you speak, I'll speak again. That would be my.
I don't have a problem.
But this is if you move on to our next subject.
It's important.
I beg you.
You now know it's important.
We need to move on to our next subject. And of course, I'll start with you on the next subject because I need some legal education.
And I'll use some part of my time.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Are you afraid of what I was saying?
Dennis, thank you. Sedina Tamaklo extradition. She's back in the country. What is expected to happen?
If you said I'm there.
You see now, she's saying let's stop flooding. He's staying locked.
What is expected to happen?
You see, first of all, let me make the point that when you are a president of the Republic of Ghana and you are outside the shores of this country, as part of your presidential responsibilities, you need to sell this country positively. And so it is always important for you to pay attention to what the president says, intending to more or less sell the brand Ghana when he's out of the country, and what our inherent challenges are as a country. So I do not see anything whatsoever wrong. When the president indicated that, look, the problem is not just, what do we call it, engineering. Listening to Senior Comrade, it is not as if we do not have the plans. The permits are there. The issue we are talking about.
You said all these things already. It's okay. No, it's okay.
The issue, so if the president says that,
you said all this.
Are you the host?
You said all this.
Are you the host?
Our time is almost up.
No, but let me, I'm deciding how to use my last. I will talk on the matter.
It's like going to the exam and your report didn't drop and you said to your
That's why they will come and fail as
No, I disagree. The gentleman used unprintable words.
Useless leadership is part
of
this
president of the Republic of Ghana.
Clueless.
This is a gentleman who wants. This is a gentleman who wants Ghanaians to look at him.
It's okay.
Dennis, don't do this.
And see a serious flag bearer. Because he's a spokesperson.
It doesn't matter. The president is hopeless. He's clueless.
Oh, Dennis.
He's a spokesperson to the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. And so his conduct.
Let's respect engineers.
Conduct on his show reflects the character of the president.
We agree.
His conduct on his reflects the character of his flag bearer.
We agree.
Because I am not sure that
we agree. Move on.
And use unprintable words like useless.
A useless leader is not unprintable. A useless leader
would sanction my appearance on this.
He's not useful.
Very well.
He's not useful to the city of Accra. He's not useful to the city of Accra. He's useless to the city of Accra.
Now.
He's useless to the city of Accra.
Oh, Dennis, it's okay.
No, allow him. Allow me. I can contain that. I can contain that. I can contain. Nana,
now you are interjecting. And we're running out of time. I need to hear from you and hear from engineer as well.
Interjection.
Nana, on the issue of
same objection when you did.
On the issue
because I
of
needed to create time for you to speak.
Nana, on the issue of Sedina. On the issue of Sedina. No, at least the listeners will judge.
They are biased judges.
No, they will judge. They will be the best of judges. They will be the best of judges.
You speak.
Now, on the issue of Sedina, I think that, first of all, let me commend
our security agencies, and most importantly, the Attorney General's Department, not just this Attorney General. Because my understanding is that though they decided to keep it away from the public, I understand that the processes leading to her eventual extradition actually started under the SWAL regime. And that indeed they appeared a number of times even in the US court system trying to get her into the country. But you remember that the refrain then in the past was that, look, she has absconded. We're not hearing anything as to steps being taken by the then regime. So I was taken aback when the recent exposés suggest that even many of the court processes that were ongoing in the US appear to have been started by the SWAL regime. A matter they decided to keep away from the public. Well, it was within their discretion as a government. But thankfully, now I'm told the lady herself decided to come back to the country to face her conviction, if you would like. So there. She decided to, she decided to move away from the, so she voluntarily came because so she accepted that she was willing to come, and but whichever way you look at it, there was already an extradition request. So if she subjects herself to that request, we will be right to say that she has been extradited.
I just want to be sure.
Yes.
If she voluntarily shows up, because she can.
No, she was fighting the matter in the US.
She was fighting the extradition.
Yes, so now she's decided that, look, there's no need for me to fight it. Let me just go out according to the dictates of that extradition. And she has done so. I think that the most important thing is that we are told that she's been taken to start her sentence. As to whether or not she would challenge the High Court decision is a matter I am waiting to see, because I remember that even in her absence, her lawyers sought to challenge or seek an appeal of that particular judgment. I do not know the state of that particular appeal. But the most important thing is that she's back into the country, and I'm only hoping and praying that in that spirit of respecting laws of Ghana, the likes of Ken Ofori-Atta and his Supreme Special Assistant, I'm told, who is also at large, would also see the need to come back to this country. In their case, they are not coming to be thrown behind bars.
Very well.
They are coming to face the laws of this country. They should take a cue from her and decide to make themselves available. And I'm pretty much convinced that my brother Dennis would join the cause to get Ken Ofori-Atta back into the country in the spirit of ensuring accountability. Because this is a gentleman who wants to come back to power. And the only way you can seek power is to be accountable to the people of this country.
Why are you doing this? Let's hear from Engineer. And we understand that the document accompanying her return home says she was extradited from the US. She subjected herself to the process.
No. You did not understand me. You sought for clarity, and I provided that clarity.
Very well, thank you, Engineer.
I provided clarity.
We have a few minutes to go. Let's hear from Engineer.
I think it brings a bit of comfort to see that she has arrived or returned to serve a sentence. As to whether she appeals it or not is another matter. But the point here is that the case where high-profile persons are accused.
Do you know the message I just got? Someone is asking why Miracle should say that he is not in the business of providing solutions when he's an alternative party hoping to be elected into government. So what are you going to say to the people? No, somebody else
you saw the engineering solution, you are giving us discipline solution.
Dennis.
Your government, they saw the engineering solution. They are giving the discipline solution.
The spokesperson of Mahmoud Bawumia said that they are not interested in solutions.
You've changed power. Why are you destroying the show?
Don't do this.
I'm hoping that Sedna would serve her time, and even while in prison, she decides to appeal the case. She can go ahead. I mean, the law allows her to appeal the case while she's in prison. But I think that it is important that it sends a message to all persons in political office that they need to conduct themselves properly.
Right.
And that when the law catches up with you, the law does not discriminate, because over the years, what we have seen is a case where a lot of persons in high political office do not face the justice. So ordinary persons They've taken goat, which is somebody else's goat. But when people steal from the public purse itself, we don't see justice. So for me, that is worrying. And hopefully, this is one of the things that will help begin to address that system where a lot of high-flying people get away from the wheels of justice. So for me, it's a good thing she's back, and I hope sincerely that we don't see a presidential pardon or anything of that sort in the near future.
Dennis, take us home.
So, I mean, Nana, for me, I'm one person that always says that every human being must be given an opportunity to defend themselves. It's good that she's back. The plot is clear. In the next few days, she will file for an appeal. And then while the appeal is being heard, the lawyers will file for a bail. Her government is in office, the bail will be granted. She will go home.
The government is not a judiciary.
The government is not wishing. The president, before coming to office, told us he was going to balance the bench with the NDC people. He came, he has done it. Please. You see, I have videos. He has done it. I have videos. He has done it. So please. Dennis. Don't interrupt him. He has done it. He came, he has done it. You brought that question. Another subject matter, we can talk about that.
No, but you can't just...
And then we also know...
He's answered to a question I asked.
Oh, Charlie, but why? So now that she's back, so that's the plot. That's what is going to happen. And I think that Hamza and the NDC always... They think that there is a certain measure between Sedinam and Ken. No, Ken has not been convicted of any crime. In fact, as we speak, Ken hasn't been charged. No, please. He doesn't have to. He has not been charged of any crime.
So it's a person of interest.
No, he doesn't have to. Sedinam didn't come.
Doesn't he?
Relax. He Sedinam. Did she come for trial?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The process started.
Yes.
And then she saw.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So she was not here. She was tried actually in absentia.
Yes.
So it means that
she was convicted in absentia.
She was convicted
so
in
it means that she wasn't here.
Court.
She wasn't here. Okay, she wasn't here. Our laws, you are a lawyer. Black, you can read and write. The laws are clear. You can actually take Uferiata to court today and try him and get him convicted. Do it. You understand? Do it. So that when you do it, and he's also sentenced, like Sedinam was sentenced.
This is a gentleman who wants his party to come to power.
Nana, why would you...
Apart from the legal responsibilities entrusted on us as politicians, there is also principle. There are principles that we must
be disciplined.
as politicians.
You have to be disciplined. The laws are clear.
You are assaulting political principles and you want to come to power.
The laws are...
No, Nana, don't allow this.
See, we are in this country.
That's not the principle. The viewers will judge.
He's not interested in solutions.
The viewers will judge.
He doesn't have to come.
It's for the viewers to judge. It's for the viewers to judge.
He doesn't have to come.
Our viewers will know better.
Hypocrisy and the inconsistency on the part of the NDC, it's so appalling. This is a group of people who came to office and they have freed every NDC person in court. Not only Prosquire, how do they call it? Freed all of them. Yeah, you're talking about principle.
Thank you, Dennis.
You have basically freed every single person that is in court that is NDC and sent every person that is not NDC to court.
Thank you.
You are talking about principle.
Thank you, Hamza. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you,
Completely shameless.
Grateful for your time this morning. Thank you to you also for sending in your messages. This has been the News Review segment on Breakfast Daily.
Numerous cases of people falling asleep have been reported across the African continent. No one can explain this phenomenon.
With 24/7 FIFA World Cup coverage, sleep can wait. Everything can wait.
Catch all 104 matches from as little as 58 Ghana cedis only on DSTV.
Well, with these results, you can do medicine, law, everything.
But uncle, are you sure?
I am the Ministry of Education in this house.
You? Ministry of what education? My daughter, do nursing. It's your best chance with this result.
No, go business. Oh, please, what do you know? Can you even read?
Go become YouTuber like me.
Use Admissions Checker. Admissions Checker? Yes, Admissions Checker. Ghana's first university admissions hub. Just sign up at admissionschecker.com.
Enter your WASI or NOVTEC resorts. Choose your dream universities and programs and instantly find out exactly where you have the best chances of admission.
Wow, what if I want scholarship abroad?
Simple. Tap scholarships and find opportunities too.
Can it also find husband abroad?
Admissions Checker. There is a university and a course for everyone.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, a manis ring, Nesasu Mama Hotoso, a bedroom.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world. Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's a beautiful morning and it's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. Thank you for staying tuned with us. And as you already know, Nana Tufo-Boateng started the show with his panel, of course, as they went through these topics that are shaping the nation politically. My name is Chris Carter.
My name is Philip Nilati, and Chris, I like the weather today.
I love it.
Not raining.
Yeah.
No
not hot.
sunshine.
Not hot.
Yeah,
like,
not hot as well. Yeah.
Because
so the weather is somehow cool this morning.
So it's fair and square for to everybody.
Yeah. I just pray that it's going to be like this for the whole day.
I think it's going to be like, there's supposed to be a bit of showers, but I didn't check how many %, but fairly it's just going to be more cloudy today than, than usual. So everything's just more cloud, no sun and all that. So let's just pray it stays like that on what I saw on the forecast.
Exactly, because you are witnessing too much floods. So that I've seen that yesterday. The president gave an order that please go demolish the buildings that are in waterways so that we do not record the floods again.
Yeah, but you know,
and I think that is a step in the right direction. This is like the second time or third time John Dramani Mahama is giving an order.
Yeah, so it's actually a step in the right direction, but now it also poses the question of people who have had their houses there for years, like 14 years, like the video that was trending last week of a family that was just told that they need to evacuate at that moment because their house is going to be destroyed at that moment, you know. So a family that has been living in a place for 14 years, how do they now start all over? So I think the conversation needs to be had on how to actually help some of these people, or what's going to happen to people that are caught in this whole situation unknowingly. Because obviously someone must have sold the land to them. Someone must have given them a permit to start building and all that. So people caught in the situation unknowingly and abruptly, just like that, what is going to happen to them? Going forward, I think people should do due diligence. If you are going to purchase a land, you should see whether you are buying the land. You should go through the entire process very well and also engage the assembly. By the way, that's how we start the show. The second part of the show, we just want to tell you a few things that is happening around us, and I'm sure that you're still having your umbrella with you as you are going around, because though the weather is like this, you will want to monitor the weather forecast so that you know whether it will rain or not. But we are still in the month of June. City Business Festival is here for you to watch and also listen. 97.3 City FM is happening on the now at 9, where we bring you the on-air series, and on TV, it's at 11 a.m. right after Breakfast Daily. We bring you that on your screen. So tune in to City 97.3 FM if you haven't yet, or better still, you can be with us here on TV at 11. It's utilities and the cost of doing business. Very important. You would have to learn more. This is coming from AGI on energy, yes. So that you'd learn what to put off, what not to put on, what time to do what, and how you can cut down cost. Because I know people who can actually leave the air condition in their office on for a very long time. Especially when no one is in the office. For a very long time. And the lights are on. The ACs are on. I don't know. And there's no one in the office. Electricity. They're just wasting electricity. No, you know why? Sometimes it feels like because I am not the employer, I'll just behave however I want to behave. Do you understand? Yeah. But we also need to realize the attitude that you put at work is the attitude that you will also take home. If you do not know how to manage someone's electricity, or you do not know how to manage, you know, some of these things, it's still the same attitude you're going to take home. Yeah. Or when you get to that stage of the life of your employer, where you're also employing people, and they leave electricity, everything, water running, all those things on, it will happen to you. So I think it's, you know, we need to learn. We just need to learn how to manage some of these things, even though they might not be ours. Yeah. So that's it. So tune in exactly 11 a.m. right after Breakfast Daily and learn something on City Business Festival. All right, and community legends. Before we get to the community legends, the sponsors. The sponsors. Hey, ABSA is actually partnering City 97.3 FM and Channel 1 TV to do this. And also the sponsors, ABSA Bank is there, MTN is there, Zonda is there, Petra is there. And please, all these organizations have made it possible for us to bring you this exciting news, or this exciting information and message you want to get so that you would boost your business. Right. And we've been talking about the community legends, and, you know, we started talking about it some months ago when we called people to actually apply if they think they are worthy to be community legends, or they know anyone that is actually worthy to be celebrated. But we want to say that it is starting today at 7:30. Finally, starting today at 7:30, where we are going to be looking at 10 community legends and 10 powerful stories. So the first episode is going to be popping up today, where we're going to be celebrating these individuals that are doing so well in their communities, that have given themselves to serve their communities and inspire and put life into them with whatever they are doing. So they are touching lives with different things that they do, and I'm sure you are going to be inspired by watching this. So make a date with us today at 7:30 p.m. for Community Legends. Beautiful. And we still want to talk about a number of things that are happening here on Channel 1 TV. The community kick-off. I don't know if you've heard of this one, but before that, the community kick-off, that's on Tuesdays, 5:30 p.m. And this one will tell you
the communities that are giving you the footballers. There are a number of communities in the country that when you go, you definitely see that footballer who's a young man who has been nurtured, where he's coming from. Everybody has a story. Asamoah Gyan has a story to tell. Stephen Appiah actually has a story to tell. Sule Muntari. Those guys, they were solid though.
Those were solid guys.
Solid guys. Sule Muntari can be in the middle somewhere and take a shot and straight into Essien. I actually was following Chelsea because of Essien then, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I used to be a blue person because of like Essien too.
Essien.
And the other African players.
Yeah. So the community kick-off actually tells you all what is happening within our communities, and also try and find out the kind of sports that are happening within communities. I'm sure you know of Coast Football, this is the 555. The other ones too, that Chemanembo or something, Munchendi or whatever, and all that. So
and some of the, like when you look at it from a brother perspective, those are some of the games that actually have created some of the biggest footballers today. Even in Brazil. They also have this coastal football that we talk about.
So we start small, and we build it. So we will bring you this on TV every Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. So that you'll be able to actually get the excitement, the groove. And I'm sure when you go to Jamestown for that, the boxers are coming from that place. So,
there's always a place that produces something. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. So the Blanksins,
World Cup Central. Yeah.
Right.
Let's do World Cup Central.
All right. So the World Cup Central, of course. Tomorrow is the kickoff of the World Cup. And the World Cup Central, of course, is the show dedicated to everything about the World Cup, and definitely you do not want to miss it. We started from all the history of World Cup and, the people who have played. We've spoken to people who have played in the World Cup. We've spoken about the analysis that we see that are going to happen in the World Cup. So definitely, if you're a football lover and you are following the World Cup, you definitely don't want to miss World Cup Central, happening every Friday at 3 p.m. And this is hosted by Gabby Ofe, who brings in experts and even people who have participated in the World Cup before. So make it with us this Friday.
Tomorrow is actually starting in Mexico. You know Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico is going to be playing with South Africa.
Yes. Which country are you supporting?
Say what?
Which country are you supporting?
I don't want to be taking the job. I'm a foreigner, so as a foreigner, I'm not wanting to take the job of any South African. So I am going to be supporting the...
That's not fair.
I don't care.
That's not fair. We are Africans. For this, let's support our own.
But I like to eat tacos. I like to eat burritos. I like to eat everything, risottos. And, at this point, I am Mexican.
That's what somebody's saying.
And I like someone called Alejandro or Pedro.
You've been watching too many telenovelas. So that's it. Tomorrow we started the
World Cup. Good luck to all the teams. Good luck to all the teams. It's just banter here. It's just banter with us.
May the best country win. Yeah, though we are still pushing that Ghana will win. If you are in that spirit with me, then Charlie, let's pray together. Anyway, let's bring you the Blanksins.
Yeah, so the Blanksins will be showing this Thursday at 7:30. Tomorrow at 7:30, and you definitely do not want to miss it. And if you wonder what's going to be happening this week or tomorrow, this is one of those episodes that fathers get overprotective of their daughters. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you want to go on a date and your dad is like, no, I need to interview this boy. Who's this boy? What does he do? And he's almost like a bodyguard. Yeah, this is how, this is shoes Mr. Blankson and Ophebia find themselves in. She's trying to navigate how to go to this date without her father being interfering. But he just can't help being a father. So he does his fatherly thing in the whole thing. So you don't want to miss it. That's why we said this is a whole African setting or family, Ghanaian family setting. So everything that we go through in our families are somehow seen on the Blanksins. The good, the bad, the ugly, the grays, the blacks, and the whites. You'll definitely see us all on the Blanksin. It's inspiring, educative, it's fun and entertaining at the same time. So gather the family together together and sit in front of your TV sets and watch the Blankzins every Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we still want to remind you that you can be able to download the Channel One News app, which is very important. Please do it now so that you'll be able to get the notification and get the stories that we are sharing. Let's move straight to the trends. And okay, for Blankzins, like Chris said, it's interesting. So tomorrow you have to tune in and get this. Nasco, Lizzie Shito, Out Mosquito Spray, Everpark, Lily, all actually sponsoring this home-cooked products for you, because it's very important that we bring you that your way so that you enjoy yourselves at home. Let's do the trends now. Yesterday, there was a statement from the Ghana Police Service actually stating that the teacher that we saw in that viral video assaulting, or allegedly, that's what the police officers use, allegedly, assaulting the female student has been arrested. And a number of comments are flowing as a result of that. The Ashanti Regional Police Command actually made mention of that, and also yesterday we got it from the Ghana Education Service Public Relations Officer, who also said that, well, the gentleman has been arrested. It's just sad that this is actually happening, and this day and age, we just wouldn't want to see things like this. I don't know if we can bring you that video again of the teacher actually assaulting the student allegedly. Yesterday we played it on TV for you. If we have the video, we can actually bring you the video so that the viewers will see what exactly happened. It's sad though. Chris, did you see the video?
It was very heart-wrenching to see, you know, how the man actually, you know, jump on the kid trying to fight the girl. I mean, you're an adult. In whatever you do, I feel like you need to have self-control. We've talked about self-control here on the show before. It's very important to restrict yourself from trying to be the one that hits first, from trying to be the one that punches first. But in the case where an adult is, you know, seen doing that, like nobody's even going to ask you the question, who hits first or what happened. Do you understand? Because you are an adult, you're a teacher, and you're supposed to know better, no matter the situation, no matter what happened. You somehow are supposed to be the bigger person, and I feel like there should have been different ways to resolve whatever happened.
Yeah. So the statement actually from the Ghana Police Service says that the Ashanti Regional Police Command has arrested a teacher of Yinehini Catholic Senior High School, identified as Eric Apaflo, 39 years old, in connection with the assault of a female student captured in a viral video. The suspect was arrested by the District Police Patrol Team on 8 June 2026 at about 7 p.m. following reports of an assault on an 18-year-old female student, Patience Chibu. Preliminary investigations indicate that the suspect, who serves as a caretaker of the school's hostel, confronted the student and some male students over alleged misconduct at the hostel. During the confrontation, a misunderstanding ensued, resulting in the suspect assaulting the student. The incident angered the student, who allegedly pelted stones at the suspect and invited some youth from the town to the school hostel in an attempt to attack him. The situation was, however, brought under control through the timely intervention of the police patrol team. The police medical report form has been issued to the victim for medical examination and treatment, while the suspect remains in police custody assisting the investigations. The Ashanti Regional Police Command urges the public to remain calm and use lawful and peaceful means in resolving grievances and disputes. So, like you were saying, it's very important. If such a thing has happened, let the authorities come into the situation. Don't take the laws into your own hands and be sort of assaulting someone's daughter. Whatever the case will be, but like it's been said, investigations are underway, And we'll definitely get to know the full story later when the Ghana Police Service is able to issue a final statement on the findings of the investigations.
All right, so moving on.
Comments?
Well, yeah, we actually have comments on that. Sorry. So let's check out some of the comments on this situation, and then we have some World Cup talk.
So interestingly, there are comments here. This one said, lately your work has been super impressive. The latest thing.
The least thing.
The least thing. Oh, perpetrators arrested.
Yeah.
Okay, proper investigation needed to be conducted. I'm not satisfied with the police report. Aren't you satisfied, gentlemen? That's Honorable Kofi. Well done, Ghana Police Service. Timely arrest. The guy is a beast, you say? Oh, this is coming from at Kolivik. Good, you guys are the only sector in Ghana who seem to take swift action. Keep it up, Charlie. The Ghana Police Service, they've speed up, broken English. This is coming from Ashata 092, says that I want the teacher to lose his teaching license. Who does he think he is to lay hands on a female? I don't care if you're a teacher. I don't care if
you're a teacher.
Touch
my daughter and you will be in hospital.
Hey, it's like a threat.
Well, every dad will feel like that. Yeah, anyway, so moving on, we are going to be looking at some World Cup news. So, excitingly, there was a bit of euphoria in the air yesterday, especially on social media platforms, when New York Times actually ranked Ghanaian kids #1 among the World Cup kids. That same kids that you people were like, hey, and say, oh, why is it like this? You know, all those things that you people are saying, shame onto you, because the world thinks it's actually, New York Times actually thinks that this is one of the best kids. So Puma designs draws from Anansi, the Trickster Spider, and Kente Clot Patterns, featured a black star amid red, gold, and green and black lines from a bold cultural tribute. And it beat out the Brazilian, English, Germany, and Moroccan jerseys, with fans cheering the early win, while some prefer the sunny yellow away kit inspired by Accra's market. I think I like that one too. So it debuted in match friendly against Austria. The kit has Ghanaians buzzing as the Black Stars gear up for their group with England, Croatia, and Panama in 2026 tournament across US, Canada, and Mexico. So yeah, kudos to Puma actually, because Puma designed it. So kudos to Puma for all these beautiful ideas that they have brought into life.
The thing shouldn't enter my gentleman's their head and they wouldn't go and do something good.
Oh no, things like this, you're not supposed to. No, it will actually help them.
To what?
It actually helped them to win.
Yo.
Yeah, I think jerseys or your look is also part of what builds confidence.
Yo.
Yeah, so a good one to them. And I think everybody needs to get the jersey. That doesn't mean you should make the jersey expensive, because it's New York Times that actually has said that it's the best. Okay?
If you make it expensive,
only you wait in your house.
We will so some.
But yeah, so this is what we have. I'm sure we have some comments on that. Let's check out the comments. Oh, Lord. That's a Jersey win trophy. This is from Adriano. Well, we are #1, the best ranked jersey in the 2026 World Cup. Ghana to the world.
Yeah, it's nice, Mom. The jersey, yeah, that's missed some.
And
this is what I said, at Nana Yahan, same way the Black Stars will shock the world.
Let's go.
We are going.
So the outfit cannot bring victory unless good performance. Lusher Boy, the 311.
Ghana is going into the World Cup by going into the
the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Oh, wow. They're not even going into the Metaverse. They're going into the Spider-Verse because of the Anansi webs that we see there.
Chris, I want to ask you,
if
there's any country you'd want to go, as saying, be a citizen, or let me say, go there and seek greener pastures, which country will it be?
Bro, do I have to go?
I'm just saying, like, you have an opportunity.
Switzerland.
Switzerland. I'm told that place is very beautiful.
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Peaceful.
Why will you go to Cambodia?
I mean, you never know what leads people to where.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay.
So I don't think...
There may be a relative there.
Yeah, I don't think we even have the right to ask questions like, why would you go here?
Okay.
Because seeking greener pastures is a very complicated situation.
So somebody can seek greener pastures in
anywhere.
In Mali.
In Mali, anywhere.
Sudan.
Anywhere.
Liberia.
And then we have seen actually people go to some of these countries that you might think that are not worth going to seek greener pastures, made it. And they even come to Ghana and build houses and things because they've made it somewhere.
Okay.
So I just think it's a thing of grace, luck, and opportunity at that moment.
But you see, then again, I ask myself questions.
So we cannot, because it's like still asking the people that came from South Africa.
Why are they there?
Why did you go to South Africa? But if you look at it, there are some systems that have been put into place in the country that Ghana does not have, that they might have been
in
enjoying.
South Africa?
Yes.
Which they actually said that the place is beautiful.
Yes. Apart from the beauty, some things are cheaper there because I have friends that come from there.
Okay.
They're able to shop.
But
some
Cambodia.
You never know. We never know. We never know.
People in
Cambodia make textiles and things like that. You never know.
If you have a sibling who is in Cambodia, let's know why he or she is there. You understand? Yes. So that I think I also side with what Chris is saying. You can never tell where you're going to make it or where your victory or whatever, your breakthrough, let me put it that way, will actually come from. But there is this one that Ameya Deborah actually posted. Let's bring it on the screens and maybe read it out for you to actually see.
All right. So over the past few days, I have received a number of WhatsApp messages from Ghanaians currently in Cambodia claiming they are stranded and living in extremely difficult conditions. Some say they are being pursued during immigration crackdowns, while others describe having no money, no shelter, limited access to food, and no means of returning home. The messages paint a troubling picture of desperation, fears, and uncertainty. One message that stood out was from a Ghanaian named Felix, who pleaded for help and attention to what he describes as a growing humanitarian situation involving Ghanaians and other Africans in Cambodia. According to him, many simply want assistance to return home safely to their families. I'm still gathering information and seeking verification of the claims being made. However, the volume and consistency of these messages suggest a story that deserves attention. If Ghanaian authorities' diplomatic missions...
Okay, so I think you've actually read what is there, a bit of it in there with what Ameya Deborah is
so
saying.
And we have replies there. Most are into internet scams and or the QNet stuff. And also Ghanaian missions have advised them to seek shelter from Malaysia if indeed they really need help. I think Malaysia is also another country that you can't be looking, I mean, you can't be doing any of those things too. Our people should learn immigration laws and refuse to be taken advantage of by unscrupulous people. You can't use a tourist student visa to work. They should stop allowing some of these travel and tour agencies from deceiving them. It is embarrassing to our image as a country. And another reply says, you left Ghana to Cambodia to make money and you are there with no money and shelter. What was your plans before leaving to Cambodia? Government shouldn't be taking these burdens if you're moving to a foreign land.
Let me read that one again.
Yeah.
Go back. Let me read that one again. The reason why I'm saying that Cambodia. So this one says that you left Ghana to Cambodia to make money and you are there with no money and shelter. What was your plan before leaving to Cambodia? Government shouldn't be taking these burdens if you are moving to a foreign land or whatever. The ending didn't come. This is coming from Apia. Apply wisdom. Well, he really applied wisdom there. So.
No, but you see, I agree that government should not be taking responsibility for some of these things. But at some point, when it gets critical, where so many of them are crying for help, then yes, then something should happen. But then again, you can't also say that someone went without a plan, because people even go to Canada and still get homeless at some point.
True.
A lot of people have even gone, a lot of people have even gone to the so-called greener pastures. Since Cambodia is not seen as a green pasture, some people have gone to the greener ones and still, find themselves homeless.
I really don't know what to talk about. I'd say about it anymore. I'm sort of speechless now, because I still want to find out why people move to countries like these. Though Chris has said that people would have reasons to go there, and also to seek greener pasture. Somebody's going to have his or her breakthrough there, but it doesn't really sit down with.
But if you're following the Asian reportage, if you're following a lot of Asian reportage, you would know that there's a serious crackdown on scammers. Yeah, internet scammers, internet fraudsters, because it's not just only happening in Cambodia. They showed an Indonesian one. I saw an Indonesian one, and it's happening in most Asian countries. So you just keep your eye on the news, because I have seen a lot of videos coming from there. And what they're even doing is they are recording it. The police themselves are recording and putting it on the internet to let you know that, yes, it's black people.
Well, you have to just be careful there and see what we'll do. Anyway, let's bring you the comment briefly on this, then we can bring you the video of the day on that. What do we have for you today? So comment. This is
at Papa Penny at Papa_Penny. Africans will just travel to other countries hoping to make it there. Kojo word _ what part them to go search for their
Chris will say greener pastures. Chris, greener pastures.
But that's what leads people everywhere. Nkumisa Mbote, the question is, why are Ghanaian people being chased by authorities all over the world? No, I don't think it's about Ghanaians being chased
illegal
all over
immigrants.
the world. Yeah, it's just illegal immigrants. Yeah. Why do Africans do this to themselves? Why not hold our government accountable for a better country without having to run away? This is sad, man. And this is by West Studium. Gideon Lar 7. Who you could have channeled this to the appropriate authorities. You don't have to post everything on the internet.
Well, sometimes you don't have an option. This one says that na Cambodian so moko koye deng. This is coming. This is from Real Money. So let me read it. I was like, na Cambodian so moko koye deng. I know somebody went to Gabon for so I've been corrected. They said, na Cambodian so mo koho. Okay, there's an emphasis there. Koho koye deng. Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Kata Cambodia.
No, it's not about Chris Kata Cambodia. Let's be real. It's just simple common sense. When you feel like you're not making it somewhere, you just have to move. You just have to seek greener pastures. And with seeking greener pastures, anything can happen. Anything can happen, either good or bad. You should be ready for anything. I mean, we've seen people travel from the shores of Gambia into Europe. We've seen people travel from the shores of Senegal into Europe, going through perilous journeys. Some people who have even made it through, who have made it in life, if they tell you how they even got to those places, they went through those perilous journeys. They saw people die, they saw people fall up from the ship, they saw so many things. So it's a complicated issue. Like one of the tweets said, it's about our government trying to sit up and make things better for people to stay in their countries, or make things better for people to have access to opportunities, access to, little amenities that will make their life easier.
International relations expert. Thank you, Chris Carter. So let's bring you this last one, which is very sad. Which will actually lead us to our community focus today. In between, we'll bring you the video of the day. Why would you want to dump refuse in drains? Because it's raining. Like, who does that? Look at what this gentleman is doing. So, actually, took the refuse from his home and in a wheelbarrow and dumped it into the drain. So the question I'm asking myself is, where is this refuse going?
Going to block one
look
gutter.
At someone too.
It's going to block a gutter.
Like when it's raining, we dump refuse anywhere just because we think the rainwater is a carrier. We'll carry the refuse from one place to the other. Maybe the authorities are also not doing their things right, because yesterday, for instance, when I went to Malam,
but you see, my problem is when you video things like this, you do not make noise about it. You do not shout at it.
And
you are just
look at this one.
And you know,
he's dumping
he's just
more
doing more.
Like,
yeah, and someone is comfortably setting up his camera and making a video to put it on the internet, or to be the first person to break the news. Why didn't you tell him to stop?
What if this gentleman is like he has been caught? He has to be lashed? Like, what is this?
And he has a tricycle full of trash that he's dumping all into the gutter.
Anyway, if you have comments of this, let's bring it to you. Yeah. This comes from Matilda. Says that the floods will always fill your homes because of your bad behavior or bad behaviors or habits. The rain is waiting on you. When you throw a ball, it bounces back to you. That's what you're trying to say. This one is from Joseph. Says that those people should be arrested with immediate effect. Please show us their location and address. All these people are preparing to go to heaven. This coming from Tete. This one says that from Rose Osai, says that they would pay the price in the long run with flooding. And that's what we are saying in Accra. This one says, say it loud, then they will blame the government. This one, so Sunny, says that they need to be arrested. Yes, the AMA has actually brought up a sort of an initiative that if you see people like these, report to the assembly. You have some cool 200 Ghana cedis to identify the person and take it. There is a similar situation that happened in Ganoth. I got a video of it. Maybe later we bring you that video. That is actually a truck load with refuse, and the person went to dump it somewhere, or because the truck got spoiled or whatever, it got stuck, and you just dump the refuse there. Let's bring you the video of the day. After, we will delve deeper into the sanitation issue. There is one bigger one that is happening at Wager. I actually visited a place yesterday, but we will delve deeper into it. Let's bring you the video of the day. It's like someone say, I never expected it. Sorry to the gentleman, but it's part of sports. But that was an accident there. I want to say sorry to you, just to put smiles on your faces so that we can now delve straight into the community. You have anything to say about this?
I can't relate.
You can't relate.
I'm not a man, so I don't know how it feels like, but yeah. Sorry. But then again, yeah, we are moving into our communities. Like Philip said, this is actually also linked to the video that we saw earlier. And it's a sanitation crisis that is actually looming in Wejagbawe municipality. And now this is following the inability of tricycle operators, or popularly known as, is it the Aboboya?
Yeah, the Aboboya.
Yeah, to offload the refuge at the Wejagbawe landfill site. And I would say this is actually a very, very serious issue, and also a right on time conversation. Why I call it a right on time conversation is because of the challenges that we are seeing with the choked drains right now, and also has to do with the issue of poor management that's already contributing to the floods that we are seeing here in Accra.
And actually what you are seeing on the screens, they are unable to offload, and that is actually leading to we having more refuse in our homes, and people are tempted to use the rainwater as carrier.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we have a video on that.
Yes,
you were there, so there's a whole report on that. Let us check out the report, and when we come back, we would have a conversation about this and talk to those who are in charge of the situation.
You carry for any place I know official, but we carry for Achimota, Medina, anywhere. I come here 10 o'clock.
Wow.
But somebody there, you come here 7 or 8. Right now, 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why? They say what be the issue?
The issue will be that the dump inside is not good unless we do our way before the go.
There you have it. Aminu Mohammed and his colleagues actually complaining about a situation here, which is the dumping site here at Malam. We understand that it's either full or because of the rains, the place is flooded, and these tricycle operators cannot move to the dumping site to offload the refuse in their truck. We understand a number of them have been stuck here for hours, and even some have stayed here for days because they've not been able to dump the refuse. I'll speak to some of the operators. I spoke to Mohammed there, but let's hear from other colleagues of his.
We want more dumping places so that we can clean Accra for Accra people. We are taking it from Accra, all the places, like Nima, Kasua, Dansuma, every side, Matayuko, all the places we are taking the ball on. But nowadays, we all coming to dumping it off one side like this. So as we come, when you come here, you will keep, because the motors are placed, and even the dumping side there is no more space to take all the ballers that we are bringing from here.
So of the dumping place, there is too many dumping places at this side. So at least if rain come, we dey suffer. If rain come here, our dumping make we suffer because motor no fit enter well.
So for how long have you been here?
Oh, we will be. Our rain come, they will make like 8 hours or 6 hours here because some of them come by 9.
We come here by 9. Since 9 up to now, we no dump yet. So we don't know when we ourselves we will go for our baller. So the dumping places are not many around here, or I don't know how I explain it. We dey pour from Agege. Agege will get 2 places for there. They pour baller for there. By now, that place they lock up. You know they pour baller for there again. It's full. And we are pouring some from here. The wager, Oblogo. That place too. They full up. So of the rain. The water take that places all. So we are not get the place that we can take, or we can dump the baller for there.
That is a situation you are seeing. A number of tricycle operators are actually stuck here at Malam. They are unable to dump the refuse, and this has blocked individuals who are actually having their businesses here here at Malam.
Want to move your car self, you cannot go. There's already the cake is here. The student wanted to go out, we cannot go. So for 3 weeks now, we are not. Business is not going on. Sometimes they will come and sit here until in the evening. Unless sometimes if you say that they don't want to go. 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks now.
What have you found out why they are not able to easily dump their?
They say their dumping site is full of water, so they cannot go. Then they say so they are struggling. They don't know what they should do, and they don't have any place to dump their refuse.
It's been worrying us since the rains started. This morning, for instance, we took the children from their homes. Before they got here, it was almost 1:30 because the car wasn't able to get any chance to enter the school. It has to stop. We have to send another car to pick some of the children, and they walk to the school. The rest came here. The children got to the school around 1:30. You can't even get any entrance to. come to the school. Parents are complaining.
So that's the situation there. It's there, and we are actually being joined by Nelson Azuma, one of the tricycle operators, the gentleman who actually told us what really the issue is on the grounds. Nelson Ayama, who is joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Nelson, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good. Has the situation gotten better?
No, please. It hasn't gotten better yet.
How did we get here? Tell us.
It's an issue of dumping. You know, our Ministry of Sanitation and the local authority always talk about waste management whenever rain starts falling, because these are the times that the challenges of dumping becomes a problem like this. And we are not getting a place to dump. I am actually operating at Teshi, Bushwood. Yes, and my colleagues at Lashibi, Nungwa, La, Teshi, we all troop to Malam every time issues like this come up. And this is because, you know, Zoom Lion has transfer stations at most of these places. That's Malam used to have one, Ashama used to have one, Teshi, that's Zoom Park. That's the name of the company. And then they all of a sudden stopped operating. And there's even one at this place, the Mortuary Road. That one is integrated recycling and compost plant. They used to do recycling with this. But all of a sudden, all of these have ceased operating. And I don't know why. If the government, if there's a struggle they are experiencing and the government can support them for us, I think it will boost their operations and also help us get places to dump. Instead of riding from all these places to Malam, Weja, and it's not fit for our tricycles because they are single-cylinder engines. When you operate for some time, it will break down. That is why sometimes you go and see tricycles maybe falling or broken down on the highway and who end up blaming we, the tricycle operators. It is because of the situation that is making it that way for us. Because if you ride, maybe your engine you've been using it for up to maybe 6 months or 1 year, it will definitely become weak. You see?
Right.
So,
but is this the first time such situation is happening?
It's been happening since a very long time now. Mr. Philip has even been to our place at Zoom Park when it was at the verge of collapse. We used to go and park there for about a week, and we don't get places to dump. You know, there was a time we used to go to Po using the motorway, and the regional minister said we shouldn't use that place because we cause accidents and all of that. But, you know, without getting a solution for us, we would definitely use the motorway or even get broken down on the highways and end up littering the place, because sometimes you are stranded, so you have to get your tricycle back home. If not, if you leave it with the trash in it, before you come back the next day, somebody has gone to pour it and taken the tricycle away. So it's a challenge that I think the government really has to express interest in. This, I have seen that the government for all the years have not done anything better on sanitation. It has always been a matter of talking and talking and talking. There has not been any practical solution for this waste management thing.
All right, so has there ever been a situation whereby when such incident happens where where you are not allowed to dump on the landfill, where some of your colleagues, I'm not saying it happens, but I'm just asking if it has ever happened, where some of your colleagues, out of frustration, maybe find places to just dump the refuse indiscriminately, like with the issues happening with the rain. Some people just wait for the rain. As the rain washes away, people just add the trash to it. Has there ever been that situation? Maybe you would not want to, call any names.
For that one, we don't do it, because it is the people in the communities who do that. Sometimes it is as a result of the frustration of we not coming to pick up the boiler for a very long time from their home. So when they can't live with it. So definitely when it's raining, they take the chance to just drop it in the rain. you know, ours is too much to just pour into the rain like that. So that is the issue. And sometimes the dumping sites that we even used to have were very expensive. Sometimes with a tricycle, you go and pay 100 plus, sometimes 200 cedis. You know, when it rains, literally the boiler becomes heavy. And we weigh most of the transfer stations that we used to work, we weigh them. They have a weighing bridge that you go and stand on it, you weigh, and you are charged per the weight. When it rains, you don't get to control the weight of your boiler. You understand? And you cannot overcharge somebody because the boiler has become heavy as a result of the rainfall. They will not understand. Are you getting it? But you end up getting the shock when you get to the dumping site.
Yes.
So we also try our best to make our prices high. And some cannot literally afford it.
And when you say high, what's the price?
The price? Sometimes, you know, a bin, normally at least you shouldn't struggle to pay for a bin. 20, 30 cedis you should be able to pay.
Yeah.
But now, even me, now, it's 50 cedis self is not enough. You understand? And you know that is way too much.
For one person or for one household?
For just one pickup.
Yeah.
For a pickup, yes. And it's not everyone that can actually afford that. So if the government doesn't do anything to absorb all of those shocks, the waste management will be very expensive, and some people would not even patronize us. You know, and definitely they will wait when it's midnight or when it's raining, they'll go and drop it somewhere. And when it rains, it will push it into the drains and we'll experience flooding.
Right.
So even NADMO, I think NADMO even has to get themselves into this waste management thing, because it's also one of the causes of the floods that we are experiencing in Accra here. You see, so instead of calling us, you know, some of them conclude that all of us will do the same thing by dumping the refuse indiscriminately. When you go to Malam now and you see the crowd there, about 700 motors in a queue, do you think if all of us are going to pour it on the street like people claim, we can stand it?
All right.
Cannot stand it.
So when situations happen like this and you're on this queue for this long, you mentioned that sometimes it goes up to even a week. What happens? What happens to you business-wise? So that means for a week you're not going to work.
You're not going to work, you lose.
And this affects you?
It affects us and also affects the sanitation cycle as this thing, you know, because once I am stuck in the queue, your boiler in your house will be stuck in your porch.
Right. So in a week, how much do you make?
In a week, how much we make depends on the work that you are able to do.
Yeah, can you give us an estimate or an average?
Well, a day at least you can make 100 cedis if things are going well. You know?
Wow.
But sometimes you go and then the money you have gotten today, if you don't get to dump today, the next day you live on that money, and the next day you live on the same money.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
within that week, sometimes you can, you know, even be in debt because anything can happen.
And some of us do not own the tricycle.
So
I am an owner. I have my tricycle by myself. But majority of the guys do not own them. You are supposed to pay 100 cedis a day for your tricycle. So if you go and get stuck in the queue and you are not able to pay, the tricycle owner will end up coming to take it, because for him, he doesn't accept your...
And he doesn't understand. Yeah, he doesn't understand this.
Your
Yeah.
excuses. You get it.
Nelson, let me ask you, does the situation worsen when it's in the rainy season?
Exactly. When it worsens, the situation, even when it's not raining, we still have those challenges. But it becomes worse when it rains, because people's houses get flooded, and then there's a lot they have to throw away. You see, so one person can give you more than times 10 of the usual quantity they will give you. So you see that if you don't focus on your clients, you cannot even work.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Nelson.
But Nelson, just be on the line for us. We'll see how best we can still engage you more on that. So just be on the line for us as we engage a resident there of Weija. We also understand that the situation is creating some sort of health concerns in the area. That is the landfill site or the dam site and also the residents, they are complaining that they are not able to come out of their homes and all that. We have Dr. Osi joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name again, sir?
I'm Onesimus Osi.
Okay. Let's hear from you. What is the issue in the area concerning this dam site? The fact that the tricycles have stayed there for a very long time, actually lined up in front of your homes.
Yeah. Let me say hi to my cherished listeners or viewers, and good to have me on the line to intake on what is happening in the Ramsar site, the Denso reserved site for the birds that migrate from Europe and elsewhere, or we can call it the Denso Delta area.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. So what is the issue for you residents in the area? I understand. Yeah, so you can go ahead with that.
It's unfortunate that the authorities that are supposed to oversee the responsible action of the citizenry around the Delta area or the Ramsar site to Weja are negating on their responsibility. I will respectfully indulge the executive intervention of the highest authority of the land, that's the President, Mr. Mahama, to really ensure that the needed is there to preserve life and property from all the way of South Makati to the Weja area. Now, individuals who have their own personal interest in the land have taken it upon themselves in connivance with the assembly. I am authoritatively saying that because we have pursued this issue for the past 2.5 years or so. They are now dumping the waste. Almost all the waste in the Amnesty area down to the area of Weja and beyond are brought down to the Ramsar site and dumped to fill the Delta area. So we don't have any stomach to hold the water for it to have a slow flow into the sea. It's really damning. Only a few, should I say, irresponsible folks who have taken upon themselves to just enrich their pockets at the expense of the well-being of the community of Weja and South Makati.
No, so if I'm trying to follow the conversation you're having. Do you have an issue with the fact that the dam site is in the area and the fact that the tricycles are lined up in the area, or your issue has to do with the fact that some Ramsar site is being filled in the area? Is that what you're saying?
It's not a matter of the Ramsar site, but it's a serious concern of health issue of waste being dumped into the Denso Delta area. It's not supposed to be the case. Aside the dumping, which causes flooding, just imagine the stench of the whole Abobo Yaza.
Doc, your line is breaking. Maybe the producers would have to reconnect with him again, or you would have to position yourself well so that we can hear you clearly.
Are you with me now?
Yes. So we want to find out from you, one, for how long has this dam site been there? That is in Weja or Bawe?
It's 2 years now.
Okay.
2 years.
And all efforts with the EPA, the Forestry Commission, and even the police amounts to nothing. Because those few recalcitrant fellows who are just enriching themselves at the expense of the well-being of the community.
So,
go ahead.
The strength of the filth that is not there, and even the inconvenience that is paid for motorists that uses the Palm Bros outer lane from Palm Bros to the South Makati traffic light.
All right, so what you're saying is that this landfill site that you are talking about, or this dump site you are talking about, is actually situated where people live, where people commune a lot. So that means it affects everybody around. So basically it's in the it's right in the community instead of being far away from the community.
In the first place, it's right in the community. They line up their trucks right in the community, and even the blockade of the Delta area is, should I say, the highest negative activity of humankind in the Delta area. Nature did not make it that way. Hence the flooding.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Forms at the expense of a few individuals who are enriching their pockets with what is going on over there.
Right. Okay, so Doc, as residents of the area, what have you people done to ensure that one, the dam site maybe is removed from that?
Yeah, well, I happen to be among the committee that that ensured we could bring a stop to this negative activity. Right from 2 years when it started, we did the best we could. We first approached the Odoko police, met with the commander then, and from Odoko police we went to the EPA head office, and from the EPA head office came back to the Wejagbawi Assembly, and from the Wejagbawi Assembly to the Forestry Commission that have oversight responsibility of the Ramsar site. They are even concerned. They brought in soldiers, their military officers, their security officers, to try to check those individuals, a few of them anyway, to bring a halt to this negative activity. That's a menace to the community, to even the birds that migrate all the way from Europe. They are no more, I don't think we'll be seeing those, experiencing those birds that migrate from Europe to the Ramsar site. So it's about 2 years now we started. We could not fight it. The president came last year, March, gave an instruction that it ought to be halted. Lo and behold, I'm to ask the regional minister what has been done about this menace, this nuisance. It's a shame. It's worse off, just like the Galamsey activity going on elsewhere.
Wow. Doc, stay on for us. Let me connect with Nelson again. Nelson, if you are on, from what the residents are saying in Wejagbawi, they do not want the dam sites there again. So, where will you be dumping the refuse if you pick them from homes? Now that they also complain on other transfer sites that are actually not functioning.
Okay. Actually, what you said is right. And it's as a result of the irresponsibility of the government or the authorities that are responsible of taking care of this waste management of the county that this is happening. You know, it's actually a Ramsar site, and they are using the refuse to fill it, later fill it with gravel or sand, and maybe sell it to some other people to build, which I know very well that it will be a disadvantage for the people living next to that community. Because when it rains, the blockade is going to result in the flooding of their homes. And, you know, it is going to be the fact that we are pouring it there. But for them to stop us, where or what provision are they making to be able to receive the waste that we are collecting? And definitely we need to collect waste. People are making waste in their homes, and we haven't stopped. As long as we live, we are going to make waste. Somebody needs to collect it and get a place to dump it. So I think the government has to employ comprehensive measures to receive this shock that is coming from our industry. If not, even if they stop us from here, we'll locate another Ramsar site to pour it, and the solution will never come.
Wow. So, is the issue with you filling Ramsar sites, or somebody acquires the land and says that, hey, we have this land here, come and fill it? If I also want to ask, if you go to this dam site, are you being charged for it? So like a truck for it, like what we are having, the tricycle on the screen, how much do you pay for that?
Actually, we pay about 70 cedis to dump. Because we pay the ones at the gate 35 cedis, and then when you go inside, the people that will help you offload, you have to pay them as well. So at the end of the day, sometimes you pay between 70 to 100 cedis, depending on the weight you are carrying. Because when you are carrying a lot of load, it means that you need more people to assist you offload it.
Wow. Right. And Nelson, with what the doctor said or what the residents...
Can I come in there for a minute,
right.
if you don't mind?
No, hold on, sir. Hold on.
Right.
Nelson, with what the doctor said, can you describe where this landfill site is? Are there houses around it?
As in, with a dump site, where Malam, well, I was there are homes around it, but maybe South McCarthy. Yeah. It's close to Malam, I guess. It's close to Malam, I guess, Doc.
Yeah, in between Wida and Malam.
And Malam, in between.
Right.
Just
so,
opposite the anchor for...
If you Google, you see the Densu Delta protected area.
Right.
So, if you don't mind, just my take on this. In all humility, how do we, as educated beings, try to just destroy what nature has entrusted us with? Collecting the overflow of water from the hillside of Eburi, the mountainous area, and to slowly have a passage into the sea.
So that's Doc actually talking, resident of the area?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Deliberately, just doing away with the Delta protected area.
Right.
People of old have the wisdom, it's a Densu Delta protected area. I read a little bit of geography. What does the Delta do? It just slows down the pace of the flow of water. So much the water for it to have effective flow into the sea.
True.
And now with all our education and our enlightenment as modern day Ghanaians, we're now destroying the Densu Delta protected area, causing flooding all the way from the Mala market, the new Mala market, all the way to Weja and the surroundings. It is it's a shame where is our patriotism as Ghanaians.
Oh, Doc, so share with us the magnitude, or when it comes to flooding in the area. Let's understand what really happens in the area when there is a downpour.
Yeah, you asking me?
Yeah, what are your area floods? Because you just made mention of some.
We can experience such a thing of flooding maybe once a year or twice a year, but now any time it rains, all homes in the area are flooded. All streets are flooded, even to the highway side. It was not like before.
Wow. So, Doc, you hold on there again. Let me come back to Nelson. Nelson is an operator. I just want to understand a few things from him. So, if you follow the story for a very long time, you know that most of the dam sites that Nelson has actually mentioned, he says that they are actually full. Nelson, which places were you dumping, say, 6 months or a year ago? And what has actually been the conversation like between yourself, that is the tricycle operators, and the people who manage these dam sites?
Okay, so these dam sites, there's one at Ashaiman, one at Achimota, which is Zoom Park and Zoom Lion transfer station. And what they do there is they bring trucks, and then the waste we bring is collected into it and sent to Nsawam, since our tricycles cannot go there. And that is convenient enough. There was one at Teshi here, fertilizer, that's Zoom Park. I think you've been there before.
Yes.
Yes. And they are all not in operation anymore. The trucks that are responsible to receive the waste are broken down, some of them beyond repairs, and automatically the company stops operating.
So are you saying that? Go ahead.
Meanwhile, the money is being collected for our dumping. So I don't know why all of a sudden companies operate just for a short time and then they stop operation, and without any excuses. Mostly when they are near the collapse, they start increasing the prices. They're just increasing the prices anyhow. And then at a point they stop operating. And then they tell us that the cost of operation has eaten them up and they have to stop.
Wow.
You get it. So what I think is that to the best of my knowledge, I know that this waste management thing, the government is not, like Ghana as a whole, we are not doing it well. Because when you look at the the Western world, what they do is they have modern, innovative measures
Yeah.
against this thing. That doesn't make it a problem, but a solution to issues that they have. China,
Right.
for instance, burns this in turbines to generate electricity to power their country.
Right.
To the extent that they even need more waste to burn. But Ghana is a problem. What is a resource in the other part of the world has become a problem that we are facing today. So Ghana, for all the years we've had independence, I don't think we have gotten to the point of innovation yet. We have not even ready to learn yet.
Nelson.
For the past 7 years, we have been experiencing this dumping issues for a very long time. I have literally been in this work for about 10 years now, and every year we have issues with dumping. Even
Right.
the giants who are into the business of dumping are not even able to do it properly. So you and I, what do you think we can do? The only thing we have to do is that as long as it is our work, wherever somebody comes up with the idea of coming to them, maybe somebody, like you were saying, somebody took the chance that, oh, this is the Ramsar side, let me call the people to come. People, because we are also looking for places to dump. Let me call them, they'll come and dump, give me money. When I see that, I'll have to go. You can't call me a bad person because it's a failure of the state.
Right. But Nelson, how do you know all this?
Correct place.
As a trust, sorry, Doc.
In all humility, let me come again to say,
Doc.
Wisdom doesn't call for you to put the waste in the Delta area.
Right, Doc.
It lacks wisdom to say you are bringing waste and dump into the Delta protected area. That is my beef.
Right.
I understand your plight very well. I understand.
Into the protected area to affect the homes of your fellow human beings. You don't do that.
Right, Doc, can I ask you a question? Doc, are you still?
Hello.
Yes.
Hearing.
Yes, I would like to ask you a question. I understand how you feel. I get your pain because I understand that, the deltas actually are ecological protection to us around the world. But the question is, what if some of these, tricycle riders do not even know that this place was a wetland or was a delta? Maybe the person just started the business yesterday.
Excuse me, like you are saying, are innocent of the mess that is being created. It's the few individuals who are enriching their package, who are supposed to be called to book. And I again, in all humility, appeal to the president, who happens to be my good friend, Mr. Mahama. You came here last March to give instructions. In all humility, I remind you of your executive authority to ensure the whip is cracked against those who are corporate in this waste management in the Delta side or the Delta protected area of the Denisu.
Right.
Nelson, I also want to ask you that the dump site, I think I asked that question, but you've not touched on it yet. I want to find out from you, the dump site, is it that it's created by individuals and they sort of advertise to you, the tricycle operators, that we have a dump site here so you can come and dump your refuse? Is that how it works?
Which dumping sites are you talking
No,
about? Is it the
Doc, hold on for us. For instance, with this Malam one, this Wager one, how did you and your colleagues get to know of this place and you go there? Yes, go ahead.
We actually communicate. And you see, I work at Teshi and I'm using a tricycle with a single cylinder engine. I will be pleased enough if there is a transfer station here in Teshi. You understand? When I load, I just go there, dump, and go back home. I wouldn't get to go that far. But when there is no place for me to dump, and then I keep calling people, and they get to tell me that, oh, there's a place at Malam that they are dumping. Not only Malam, there's one at Agege, which is currently closed as a result of this thing. And the reason why this place is overflowing with motors these days is because Malam Wager is not working. It's also a same Ramsar side, like Doc is saying. And then Agege too is the same place. And they are also closed down. And all of them are trooping to this malam we are talking about. So it is not because they open and they advertise. When they open and just a few the people who are operating in the locality gets to know, the information would easily spread to some of us that are at the far end because we are looking for solutions. It is not as if they come and advertise to us, but because of our test for a place to dump, we get quickly and then get to know that there's a place there that we are dumping. So the issue is not about somebody's irresponsibility of dumping the boiler inside the Ramsar cycle. When the system creates transfer stations in various areas that we operate, and not even if they don't regulate us, we would go there. We would choose to go there than to go to those places. Do you know the impact it has on our tricycles and even ourselves to ride from Teshi to Malam on the highway? The risk it has on myself, I know very well. But that is what I do for a living. So if I'll have to go and pass through corners or pass through the motorway and get there, I know the impact it will have on the people. So for somebody to be fighting us, let us point the problem from where it is coming from. Let's talk about, let's ask the leaders to come to this. They have spoken about this. There was a time, me, myself, we are having an association. We have spoken and spoken and spoken about this to the extent that there was a time when they called me for a meeting. I don't even go again because I get to sit for hours, talk, and
there are
it doesn't
solutions to the
result
problem.
into anything useful.
Anyway.
So instead of wasting my time on those meetings, I would go get my customers served, and then wherever I get to dump, I do it.
Nelson,
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Nelson Ayama is a tricycle operator. He's a waste collector.
A very learned tricycle.
Very learned.
Very learned, yeah.
And Doc, thank you so much for your time. Dr. Osi is a resident of Weja, Bawe, and actually he's worried about the entire situation there. Nelson hasn't gone to university yet.
No, but
I've spoken to him extensively.
And I think he's very smart. That's what I was going to ask him, like, how do you know all this?
So I think he got in touch with Bernard Avle. Was somewhere 2019 or 2020 that he had an issue, similar issue at the Teshi transfer site. I went there, had a conversation with him, and I noticed that this guy is very smart because he's actually leading the charge of his colleagues and also the sanitation system. And it's obvious that we've actually not really paid attention to sanitation. I keep saying this because you get to places and you see that the trucks are actually working, the transfer stations are working, and the landfill sites are also working. I actually wanted us to speak to ESPA, but we've not been able to get them. Environmental Service Providers Association, but we've not been able to get in touch with them.
It is funny how we came to talk about a sanitation issue. Or I wouldn't call it funny, it's ironic how we came to talk about a sanitation issue and then it metamorphosed into something bigger from what the doctor is saying. Yes. Because now the doctor is saying that they are actually filling up the wetlands. You're filling up a delta. And deltas are actually ecological protection to us. If you've done geography or earth science in school, you understand that these are ecological protections that act as a natural buffer when it comes to mitigating flooding, when it comes to protecting the land from storms, and also because of the rising sea levels. A lot of things happen that the delta protects us from that we do not know. And it also absorbs pollutants. If there's a lot of pollution now, the delta absorbs those pollutions. But we are filling it up because of l'argent.
Yeah. So it's sad. The conversation must go on. We have messages, Chris.
Yeah.
A number of messages actually coming in here. This one said, this is very worrying. In your bureau, we see them line up. So I've said, without a care in the wet, or whatever, in the welt, that's what you mean. What do we think happens at night and at dawn when we don't see what is happening? The rains are exposing our failures as a nation. This is Gideon from I'm right here.
All
This
right,
also says
Lizzie
that,
from Dansoma is saying the story is making me realize there's a lot of money to make when it comes from Bola in the country, pa. If all things work properly. Yeah.
There is money in Bola because see, you would have to find a way and get it recycled.
Right.
You can create employment in there. There are countries that are using this refuse itself. I remember very well when I was in another country. Like you go there, the gas that is being generated.
It's used for gas.
Yeah, it's used for something else.
Yeah.
So maybe we are not really tapping into that circle well, or maybe we are tired,
or maybe we do not know how.
But we can learn.
We do not know how. So learning is the problem. We need to be proactive about trying to learn.
Chris, it's not like we do not know.
No, you know, sometimes I think we know it via the book. We know it via, we've seen it, these people do it. But are we actually, getting our hands dirty to learn? Are we actually making effort to learn? Are we actually trying to bring the people with the right expertise to come and teach us? No.
It's sad. This one says that just a week of on and off rain has exposed us so badly. If the rains were to fall consistently for an entire 2 days, we would be in so much trouble. Can you imagine the devastation? Gerald Former Blikuma. And it tells us that we need to pay attention to sanitation. My issue is that if these tricycles or these tricycle operators are not able to dump, you have your refuse in your house for like a week, 2, 3, 4, 5. The maggots are going to set in, the house flies. Even when I went to this community, at the point we had to take the videos and run away because the operators themselves were actually coming after us.
Mm-hmm.
We had to just move out of the space. Mm-hmm. The stench in the area is bad. The flies, the residents were coming in their numbers and telling us about that. The flies in the area is very, very bad. And there's a school there, Bistain Montessori, which is
Montessori. That means children.
Yeah, children.
Oh my God!
And I don't know, maybe it's just close to the road, and the entire road is actually blocked to the extent that the headmistress of the school complained that if the children are coming to school, they would have to park across the road and now walk to the school because they don't get access into
the school
the school. Business owners are also crying and all that. So this calls for an attention.
This story actually has a lot of arms and legs, like a spider. It has a lot of arms and legs. This actually calls for sort of an attention from the authorities to actually work on it. And please, let's stop dumping refuse indiscriminately in drains. There was a video someone sent me yesterday. I don't know if the producers can put that video on the screen. A video of the truck that I said that actually dumped the refuse anyhow. The whole truck.
A whole truck. A whole truck. If the video is ready, maybe the producers can tell us that it's ready, and so that we can see how best we can get our viewers to also appreciate what we are talking about. And this particular one is very sad. So look at where the truck actually dumped the refuse, because it's in a bush, and you just leave it at that, and off you go.
Off you go.
And off you go. We need a very good system that is going to work on how we dispose of refuse in this country, because whether you like it or not, we will generate refuse as the population increases. Refuse or waste will also keep increasing. Look at this is what you are saying on the screens.
Yeah, I think it's high time that sanitation is taken seriously here, because we cannot also keep playing the blame game, because in as much as it's easy to blame the tricycle riders or the aboboya or the trash collectors, we also need to think about, okay, on their own hand, how are they also surviving? Because he made mention that sometimes they don't have to work for a week if they still have all that in their
they can't move
in their career. So I'm just thinking, if I have to play the devil's advocate, this person actually probably dumped this thing just because there's no place to dump it, and I still need to work, and I still need to make ends meet. There are children in the house, I need to pay school fees and all that.
That's much.
So I think the situation,
Windy Hill within the Pokwase enclave and all that. So if the Ganot MC can take, I understand the police also come into it and see what the issue is. But how can you dump refuse here? They just leave it and just drive.
You never know. You never know.
Anyway, so that is the sanitation situation. We've spoken about it extensively. Yesterday, people around Weja, Malam area, they're actually complaining. We are just hoping and praying that the authorities will prioritize sanitation in this country, because once we get better places to dump refuse, or once we get better ways to handle or to manage waste, I'm sure that the country will be a very good place to be. We should control and also try and manage these things. There has been a call for a national sanitation authority. I don't know how far with that particular call, but if that can actually be established or set up, the better. Because Nelson even made mention of it, that you've called us several times for meetings, we come talk, and nothing happens. So now you need to move away from the talk and get down to the ground and let the actions speak. You understand? Anyway, we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we have more for you on the show. There is an interview that is coming up shortly. On the show, we will tell you about that, and this interview is going to be an interesting one, which you would have to be part of. Chris, what is the interview about actually?
We're going to be talking about the All-Star Festivals, and you know, usually when you hear All-Star Festival, you definitely know that it has to do with a bit of sports somewhere. We've heard about the basketball All-Star Festivals, but this time is a sports that everyone loves in the country, football. So stick and stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Your health is your most valuable asset and it deserves expert attention. At the International Maritime Hospital, we believe healthcare should be personal, precise, and delivered with excellence. That's why we provide specialist-led care combining experienced doctors, advanced diagnostics, and a client-centered approach. From preventive care to specialist consultations and advanced treatment, every step is handled with precision and care. Our serene environment, modern facilities, and dedicated medical team ensure you receive the quality care you deserve every time. Our experienced team ensures you receive the attention you deserve. So whatever it is for you or your family, choose care you can trust. Visit the International Maritime Hospital located at Community 3 Tema, or call 0303 220 030 or 055 222 2290. International Maritime Hospital. We serve and we care.
From Accra to Buenos Aires, from Lagos to London, the world is every number means something. Welcome to World Cup Central, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of World Cup Central right on Channel 1 TV.
Your home of football intelligence with African energy and global perspective. We're taking you beyond the highlights, from powerful eye-opening stats to sharp breakdowns of every qualified nation to insights that change how you see the beautiful game.
Their first appearance was in 1930 and their best finish at the World Cup was third place in 1930. That was a long time ago.
We've been to Sunyani, we've been to Tamale, and it's back to the capital city for the second time after its maiden edition at Accra Sports Stadium. But this time around, it's been swiped away to Ghana's Premier University, a ground very famous that hosted the African Games. Sammy Kufo in a shot today as well, as they try to exchange their pleasantries with his Northern Stars. And there they'll pose for the pictures in your shot. For the two captains approach the referees as they pose for the camera. We are a few minutes away from kicking off here. So there we go for the first 45 minutes between the Southern Stars and the Northern Stars here. Wasting of lots of time. We'll have to get into the penalty area. A bit of scrap stretching. That's a lovely one there. And it's in. And it's Majid Asumero with the Southern Stars first goal. Crazy there. Lovely to Ethiopian Coffeeman, Jalan Ibrahim. Another player who have seen. That's a poor play there from Benjamin Asari. And this could be a long hit, and it's well struck there from Suleiman Ibrahim. Well, let's see Nete. That's a lovely killer into the channel, but it's been blocked. Pate with a header. Nete. Pate once again. That's a lovely footwork, isn't it? Trying to drift his way into the box. This is a big chance, but Benjamin Asari picks it up. Does Beidou. Just got married a few weeks ago, but he has a big chance for the Southern Stars. This could be the second of the scene. It's goal number 2 for the Southern Stars.
Go, and then he latched onto the ball that came in, handled the pressure, but stay composed in it.
These are players we used to see in our shots.
Oh, look at it. They're trying to drift infield a bit. Finds Pate. Beidou. Pate once again. This could be a big chance for Thomas Pate. Pate 101. Looks for the man in the 20 guys. Could this be a close?
All right, so there you have it. That is a tidbit of what is going to be happening soon in Accra. It's all about the All-Star Festival, well, Africa's official off-season football gathering that's going to be happening this July. And I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this whole thing because it's an, off-season for footballers. That means there are going to be stars playing together with the footballers, and it's just going to be a gathering of everybody, of who is who that loves football. All right, so in the studio we have Dr. Ernest Corantin, who's the CEO of Business Africa Consulting Group Limited. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you for your time.
All right, so let's get straight into it. So we saw a tidbit of, what is going to be happening in July. First of all, is this the first time it's happening?
So God willing, in July we'll do the 5th edition. We started this back in June 2022. It was to celebrate Ghana's return to the World Cup, having missed the 2018 edition in Russia. And we did that in Accra, at the Accra Sports Stadium. In 2023, we took the boys to Brongahafo, to Suyan and Swatre.
So when you say the boys, who are the boys?
We're talking the footballers, our international footballers, so those who are based in Europe and other parts of the world, and there are those who play in Ghana. So it's always a mix. It's always a mix of the two, two professional set of footballers. We did 2024 in Tamale, and last year we're in Accra. This year we're staying in Accra at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Yes.
Right. And why do you think this is actually important? Why do you think it's actually important for you to put up something like this, especially during an off-season?
Okay, so a number of reasons. Where football is a massive ecosystem, so that FIFA, UEFA, CAF, they're trying not to allow for the football conversation to be curtailed at all. So that even in the off-season, we realize events are happening all over the world. And also these footballers, our Ghanaian international footballers, are massive icons, not just to young people, but to us as well. We admire them, we watch them on the TV, we follow their careers at club level. And often they are busy looking for 3 points, playing for their clubs. And even if they gather at the national team level, they are busy looking for 3 points, either in World Cup qualifiers or in major competitions like the AFCON or the World Cup. So when they wind down and they're home during the off-season, that is when we think it is appropriate to get them to engage with the community, to meet up with people who admire them, people who draw from them inspiration, etc., young people, old people, those of us on TV, radio, etc. So the All-Star Festival is premised on the gathering of these guys at one venue, get everybody, to meet with them. They do what we know them to do best, play football, but also engage with the fans. And this year we're doing something very special. We're expanding the event. We're asking for parents to bring their kids. It's a Saturday. So Saturday morning from 10 a.m., we know how much the kids are stressing all of us. So bring your kids to the University of Ghana Stadium. Bring them.
Philip, you hear
and
then,
when you bring them by 10 a.m., 11 a.m., we have a big play area with all the games. There are about 12 games, from boardroom games, indoor games, pitch games. They can run, they can play, and do all of that. And then when the footballers come around in the afternoon, they have a clinic with them clinic over, behavioral, how they put up behaviorally, and also technical skills, kick the ball around, etc. And that's for the kids. Then we also have room for parents, because when you drop the kids, we keep the parents busy, allowing them to engage in rewarding activities. Sure. Okay? And then we have a massive vendor convocation. A lot of the things we're doing are inspired by Ghanaian businesses, Ghanaian individuals, groups, and organizations, so that we're allowing them to come and sell everything from fashion, cosmetics, FMCG, automobile, anything. So we'll have a massive vendor convocation, because the target is to put more than 10,000 people at the University of Ghana Stadium. So it will be like an expo, a fun fair.
I get it.
So everything
so now
is happening.
It's not just sports, but it's also things that can help the economy.
Yes. So the All-Star Festival is a hub. Yes, it's a hub. It's an expo. It's a fair where premise on sports or football, other things are attracted, like business, economics, fashion, because we have socialites like yourself, like people on radio, on TV, icons. They call you celebrities in this part of the world. You're all gathering there, musicians. So we're doing everything, like we said, a fair, a carnival, an expo, and we're doing it from morning about 10 a.m. to about 10 p.m. so that on that day, when regular people walk in there, they can eat, drink, and make merry throughout the day before they get back home.
Right.
So this is the whole idea of the All-Star Festival. Something that started like, okay, let's get our boys who are based, who play football abroad to entertain fans, to now opening it up and allowing for families to join, allowing kids to be part of it, parents to be part of it, traders who sell all kinds of things to be part of the fanfare.
All right, I think this is a very good one. But now we are actually in World Cup season. So how do you plan to make this happen, since we are all going to be, focused on the World Cup too?
Okay, so I mentioned that earlier, that millions of people will be following the World Cup all over the world, if not billions. But we all can't be in the United States. We all can't be in Mexico. We all can be in Canada. Only a handful can be in North America during the World Cup period. Unfortunately, the World Cup games will be played very late in the night or very early in the morning, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., etc. So what do we do in the course of the day?
During that,
and kids will be getting close to the end of their semesters or their terms, etc. So there will be time for people to have some time, run around, etc. So we're creating the platform for people to gather and have fun. If there's a World Cup game on that day and it will be playing during the period, why not? We'll film it live on the screens for people to watch. People must have places to go to enjoy themselves, to have fun. And we believe the All-Star Festival provides this opportunity for them to do so on the 10th and on the 11th. On the 10th, we call it the Sports Business Series. The idea is to get industry people together and explore the economics of sports. We feel we're not doing the sports business very well the way we should. Sports is massive all over the world, trillions of dollar industry, yet we're not doing it the way we should. So we're bringing industry people together across
I get it.
So that they get together and deepen an appreciation for sports business. So that's the Friday, which is the 10th. And then Saturday, the 11th, we get together and have fun.
So it's 10th and 11th.
10th and 11th,
But how can people get tickets?
Very simple. You can look on the screen and the tickets, you can get tickets.
Yeah.
But we also have a number you can call and be part of it. I was hoping I could find it, so that if I have your permission, I'll read it out for.
Yes.
So if you call us on 053 153 3563, 0531 533 563, 0531 533 563. If you call these numbers and you want to be part of this in any way, we're open to working with you. Whether you're a vendor and you want to sell anything, you can call us. And if you're a socialite, you are an influencer, you are a celebrity, you want to be part of us, please call us. And this is open to everyone. You're a parent, you want your kids to have a family day out that day with mommy, daddy, everyone. Just give us a call. So as you can see, that is the ASF experience on the screen. This is the All-Star Festival experience. And there are a number of things we're doing. Well, we're bringing an international football icon. There are more than 10,000 people who gather at the stadium, several hundreds of thousands who follow around the world. There's a massive vendor convocation, as you can see. There's a star-studded gathering of footballers, socialites, influencers, name them, and also a play area for the kids and a family get-together. And a university football, well, it's a senior high school school matchup. Accra Academy school team is taking on the Presec school team, I understand. So we're finding ways to bring
everybody
all of
together.
the community into that space on that day. It's a unique franchise, and we're hoping to build it to the very highest
So
level.
that's VIP 100 Ghana cedis.
Yes. The tickets are very cheap. Very cheap. I mean, very economical. Maybe not use the word cheap, but the tickets are very economical. And on the day when you pay the 20 or the 100, you can be everywhere on the pitch, have intense fun, because there'll be everything for you to eat, drink, see, and on top of it, the climax, which is the all-star game involving 2 sets of players. One representing the northern side of Ghana and the other representing the southern part of
Beautiful.
Ghana.
Dr. Ernest Cranting, CEO of Business Africa Consulting Group.
We're called the Back Group to be simply the Back Group.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you guys.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I said I'm going to play.
Yes. So you play number 9. And then you be in defense. Number 5.
I'll be in the goal post. Nobody will score.
They can never score. They can never score.
On this note, we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, Community Legends, we'll be talking about it. You know that tonight we're bringing you the first documentary on Community Legends on the screens at 7:30. We'll talk about that right after this break.
Hello everybody, welcome to Vox Pop Central. Who brought cocoa to Ghana?
Oh, Cocoa Mama Tisro.
GRA, Ghana Registers Association.
Do due diligence.
2 diligence. I was like, how? 2 diligence.
You bamboozled me.
You scatter me.
Hey, what about them? We the ones who scatter them. What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
We have many songs like Baby Careful in Bomamiete.
Because, hey!
Ete like Ni Nation Habu. Eshi Mapa.
What the?
Amyekoma ye. Habu. Foy.
Okay, Foy.
So, whether it's a school, market, lorry station, or wherever I may find you, when you see me, Murife, don't run.
Vox Pop Central airs Thursdays at 7 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
This is the Upside Out Show. This is the Upside Out Show. This is the Upside Out Show. Your favorite lifestyle show on TV. From exclusive interviews with your favorite personalities.
The child in me sometimes is quite predominant.
So hold on.
I hope you understand. And people misinterpret that. I'm a very calm person.
Okay. What's been keeping you busy now?
Staying out of trouble. That's keeping me busy.
So behind the scenes secrets that you haven't seen or heard anywhere else. Aha! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here on the Upside Down Show is where it all happens. Today, people don't care about morals, people don't care about intentions, people don't care about anything. Your money can buy you any and everything.
But you will not last.
Really?
No, you will not last.
But if the person see the dead body,
I thought we'll catch you.
Catch the Upside Down Show every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Grateful that you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. And before we went on that break, I told you that we'll be having a conversation on community legends here in the studio. And we have the evergreen Apioko in studio, head of programs productions here at Channel 1 TV. And she's in here to tell us what is going to happen tonight on TV at 7:30 p.m. Apioko, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for the compliment. Evergreen, I'll take it. But the day is here.
Yes.
It's time.
We've been planning for it for a long time.
Oh, we have. And so tonight at 7:30 p.m., we finally begin to meet our 10 Channel 1 community legends for the maiden cohort. So this is the 2025-2026 cohort. And tonight, see the way we've packaged the thing, it's one episode per legend. Okay, so we have a series. But tonight you meet 3 of them.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because we want to be able to let these stories travel far and wide. So you see. And I'll tell you who we have tonight. Tonight you meet Anthony Kojo Humpe, who is in Sunyai.
Okay.
Then we have Hassasao Bukari from the Sagnarigu municipality. I'm sure you remember some of the names.
Yes,
the northern region. And then we have Ina Nao Nyande from Ouija.
The youngest.
The youngest. Our youngest Channel 1 community legend for this cohort. And I won't dwell too much on what they do. I'll leave you to find out. But just to give you a brief sense, Mr. Humpe, he has restored life, as he puts it, to 14 communities across the Bono and Oti regions. And he's done this by fixing broken boreholes, working with...
Did you say 14 communities?
Yes, 14 communities.
Wow.
One person.
And
This is
we're
one
calling
person's
for
willpower.
one on our shows. We'll be begging,
There
one,
you go.
please, guys, one community.
So you understand why we need to celebrate people like this.
Wow.
One person's willpower. I see the problem. I will make sure that the problem is solved. Yes.
Wow.
So that's his story. And then we know the story of Ina now.
Yeah.
She is a climate change advocate and she's just using her voice. Look, you should see what she's been doing on social media over the past few weeks since the rains have come. Oh my goodness, she is making noise. She's taking videos, asking people, why are you littering here? Capturing people on camera, creating poems out of it, sharing it amongst students and young people in the community. And she says that this is the time when her work becomes more important because we see the effects of sanitation issues during these times. So they are not waiting for us to see them on TV. They are still doing the work. They're still doing the work. And then last but not least on the list, Hassasa, I'm sure you remember her story. She is a teacher in the northern region, and I'll just read, a little bit about what she's been doing. She's transforming education through culture and compassion, as she puts it. So I'm quoting our legends now. Now, she's a teacher and a fierce advocate for literacy, and she's directly supported over 200 students using storytelling rooted in indigenous traditions. Now, if you remember her story, she's the one who has gone for some of our traditional things that we do, our cultural heritage elements. And then she's also translating literacy pieces into local language so that the parents at home can support the learning of the students the way they understand it. Because many of them have never been to formal classrooms before in terms of education. So these are the 3 legends that you're going to meet tonight. And once I'm encouraging people to sit down, watch with your children, pull the family together. Not everyday enjoyment, that's important. But
you have to learn.
You have to see what people are doing, be encouraged, be inspired, see examples of what good citizenship and really just being a good human being looks like. Because our young people need this. And this is one of the reasons why we're doing Channel 1 Community Legends in the first place. We want to create role models beyond politicians and celebrities and even people like us who people see on TV and hear on radio every day. We want people to know that people at the grassroots level who are changing lives, and they're doing it quietly, and they also deserve to be celebrated.
Beautiful. So I can't wait tonight
I
at
really can't wait,
7:30 p.m. We'll bring you that 3. Wanted to give you 1, but Tally were like, no, you need to enjoy.
And I must say that throughout the week, you'll be seeing lots of repeats. And please also do stay tuned to our social media pages. You'll have information there as well. And then channel1newsonline.com, where you can also learn more about the legends, especially if a story touches you and you want to volunteer with them, you want to invest in what they're doing for them to be able to scale it up. All those options are available, and we really want you to be able to communicate with us.
I like the part that we've given the chance for the general public to sort of support invest and support
telling your story, empowering change. And the change will come when there's a ripple effect.
They actually need their support, and so for all 10 legends and other people who are also doing things in their own small corner to ensure that the country becomes a better place to stay in, and we wouldn't go to places like Cambodia. You understand? Apioko, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having
us. That's a beautiful one. It's been an interesting day.
Very interesting day.
A very interesting conversation we've had on the show. And I'm sure that tonight you'll be behind your television with the family and watch what we have for you for the community legends. 3 of them will actually be brought to you tonight on screens at 7:30 p.m. Also, as well as sanitation issues here on the show and the trends. Exciting one on the trends. Please stop dumping refuse indiscriminately within our communities, because if you are seen, you definitely be sanctioned. My name is Philip Nilate.
And my name is Chris Carter. And thank you so much for staying tuned with us on Breakfast Daily. And remember to keep watching Channel 1 TV.